Head coach Mauricio Pochettino says he believes the opening win over Paraguay is helping the sport grow in the States.
I am so proud, and we are so proud, all because I think we are winning a lot of fans.
The U.S. will meet Australia Friday afternoon. Then they'll wrap up the group stage against Turkey next week.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup Now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day, and we do have a big program for you this afternoon. We'll get you caught up on what's happening in the world. We'll do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, it's just us and you.
Aw.
Just a very intimate moment with the Jim Colbert Show. 5 o'clock hour, we'll do trivia. We'll end it up with sports with our buddy Brandon Kravitz. Ray Trinley, OneFirmForLife.com will drop by as well, and we'll do You Heard It Here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social, Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show, on X, just at Jim Colbert Show, and all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check us out on YouTube. Get involved with the show. Watch us do our thing. Answer the question of the day. And if you want to talk to us, you can send a talk back. That's easy as well. Just grab the iHeartRadio app and go straight to Real Radio and send your comment over to Jack, and we'll get you on the air. Superstardom. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Everybody good on a Monday. What a busy weekend. Yeah, it's super hot out there.
Yeah. Oh.
What a weekend. Of course, we have a bunch of stuff happening today. We're going to go over the Yachtly Cruise and everything that happened on that. We're also going to give you the first clue for the Search Your Ace Off contest, brought to you by our good friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. That'll happen at the end of this segment, so just hang loose. We got you covered. I know everybody out there ready with their pens and papers or their recording devices or whatever. We will have this posted on the Jim Colbert Show at JimColbertLive.com eventually today. It'll be up there, right?
Yeah, just go to realradio.fm/ace,
Yes.
and we have all the information for the contest right up there.
Very nice.
So how long did it take you to write the stanzas?
This one took about a week to write because I was vacillating between two areas of where it was going to be hidden. And of course, you have to kind of go to those areas and then kind of do that in a time where nobody can see you or kind of figure out what you're trying to do.
It's called recon.
Yeah, do a little recon action there, and then kind of find a spot that I think not only blends with, maybe a theme or something like that, somewhere we haven't been before, and then something I can write stanzas about and make it not so difficult where it stays out there forever. We do want someone to find it. We want somebody to, it'd be great to find it before Father's Day.
Does the place rhyme with Tampa?
The place does not rhyme with Tampa. I think we've said it before, but in the context of the first stanza, I believe, it'll kind of let you know where it is. Well, maybe. But we've already said, I already kind of blew the load, right?
Well, what's interesting, though, is that, you've entered in some of the stanzas, and ChatGPT did not lead you anywhere near it.
It did not.
For all those who think they're just going to plug it into their favorite AI mode.
Yeah, that's what we have to do.
Of course.
And not only me, I'm doing it on one of my agents. I'm sending it to Jack, and he's doing it on his AI. And because the prompt really does matter. So I've actually sent it through my prompt 5 times with different prompts asking, really detailed, and it wasn't able to isolate it. So, and by the way, I'm not going to say anything else about what I said before. Last week I did. If you want to find that info, go listen to the podcast.
Nice.
That's on you.
Yeah, there you go.
That's on you. Go find that. If you want those secret little things I maybe have dropped on when I shouldn't have last week or whatever, go listen to the podcast. Maybe you can find it then. There's about 24 hours of searching you can do.
The Search Your Ace Off makes me as nervous as potentially swearing on the air. It makes me so nervous
Why does
just
it?
to talk about it.
Because
I don't want to inadvertently say or do anything.
Yeah.
That's a lot. It's a week's worth of work you
It
put
is.
into it.
That's why it's better that we don't know. We feel better when we don't know.
I don't want to know anything.
And it's
I know it's not in Tampa, but I still made the joke and I was nervous about it.
See, exactly.
almost $2,000 package. So I kind of understand what you're saying. So somebody rolls up on this thing. It's $1,875 thanks to Tools Ace Hardware. It's a large big green egg. It's a bag of charcoal. It's a bunch of accessories that goes with it. So it's a bunch of cool stuff in there, man.
Wow.
I think you have they're giving you a Nest as well, which is a little thing you set in there where it rolls around, which is absolutely mandatory unless you have a table. My in-laws brought me a table that's kind of built for it now. So I have a Nest just sitting in my garage, but man, that thing alone is ridiculous because the grill weighs a couple hundred pounds. It's heavy.
So in other words, you are not burying the grape. No. Big green egg.
Yeah. So what you're looking for is you're going to be looking. I'll explain, but you'll be looking for something.
I'm all nervous again.
As we get a little bit later down in the week, you'll be looking for something specifically in a specific area. But usually it's a box or some type of container, and inside that box there will be a certificate. And by the way, the certificate this year has a code word. Because when you email Jack, and a lot of people like to do funny stuff. You'll email Jack, and people are like, "Oh, I found it," and this year it's going to have a code word that only Jack will know. And when you get that certificate, you'll see the code word. Jack will know that's the correct word.
That's so appropriate because that's not the first time that Jack has had a code word.
You settle down. We call that a safe word.
Safe word. Sorry, Jack.
Still don't feel safe for some reason. And then the Yachtly Cruise this weekend. I have to tell you, I had a lot of fun, and I felt bad. You made me feel bad immediately, Deborah.
Why?
Immediately.
Good job, Deb.
What did I do?
Well, let me explain. All right, let me explain. Okay, so we were doing all this, the bits about dressing up, and so when Deb gets on board,
and you had specifically said that Chris and I were the ones that worried you the most because you didn't think we were going to go for it.
No,
you did. You said it on the air.
Did he say that?
Yes, he did, and I remember.
Well, maybe I was saying that as a bit because I didn't think that would be the case because you do a good job and you don't mind dressing up because you've shown that on the air when you dress up like what was that skank you dressed up like?
It was supposed to be a French maid.
Oh, that was badass.
It's the most views we've ever gotten on YouTube, for the record. I think we had like 2,200 people viewing that thing.
Yeah, let's bring back that.
Yeah, exactly. A whole bunch of, how about a whole bunch of fishnet stockings for Deborah? We'll call it fishnet. But anyway, so I came as, I Googled all of the bands that were your stereotypical yacht rock bands, your Steely Dans, your Eagles, your what was the other one?
Hall & Oates.
America, Hall & Oates,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And when you set all those photographs together, dude, they're all wearing the same thing, like jeans, a denim shirt, and some kind of vest.
Right.
And they all have the haircut that I had, the wig that I had, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to go as. Well, Tori says, well, I don't want to dress up like I'm some stinking hippie,
Right.
and I want to dress up like a cute Nantucket, like a Nantucket thing with the red and the blue and the white jeans and everything like that. And she looked amazing.
Yeah, she
and
did.
I looked like a guy looking for food in a trash can. I did have.
Which perfect.
But I have to tell you though, I think I scored, and here's why. Because the number one thing that people said the entire time, and I mean from the minute the first person came on board until the minute the last person left, what do you think they said about my costume?
That you look like a 70s porn star.
Are you going to keep the wig?
Yeah. Oh, that's what you look like with hair. That's because I had a brown mustache, but I wasn't going to cut the my goatee, so I had to just kind of have it go down there. But I saw a picture of myself today because people started putting pictures online at gym members, and I was like, it looked okay.
Yeah, it did.
But I think you thought that we weren't dressed up enough. And I had a shirt that says what it say?
Something about the yacht.
Yeah, something about, and it had a
Drop it like it's yacht.
drop
Yeah,
it
drop
like
it
a
like it's
yacht.
yacht.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
And it had a guy wearing the captain's hat.
It looked like your outfit
Yeah.
was on your chest.
But good time had by all. We ran into some bumps. We lost power. Man, I got to tell you, I feel so bad for Ross.
Yeah.
Kid's a trooper.
He is. He
That
even took his
kid-
shirt
yeah.
off.
That kid is a trooper.
I tried to text him. Oh, I did text him after the show. And for people who do not know, the run of show went great. Jack and Naomi recorded the Captain's Log Radio. It was a lot of fun. Blah, blah, blah. Everybody was milling about.
We did trivia.
To talk to a lot of people. Then when that was done, we did 3 rounds of trivia, a live round to Pick the Porn. By the way, the live round of Pick the Porn went off great because there were 16 people to the left of the stage, a grand total of 4 feet from me that had never heard this show.
No.
They got on the boat before we closed down the booking for our people. They booked early, so there were 16 people on the bottom floor right next to us who had no idea what was going on that day.
No, I teased them at one point when they started reading their menus like it was War and Peace as we kicked off the
like, guys,
live round of Pick the Porn.
Yeah, narrow that down.
They're like, oh, wow,
Yeah.
I didn't think I read this menu item here.
Oh, you're a church group.
Right.
Yeah. Three rounds of trivia and a round to Pick the Porn. Right into that to the costume contest. Sailing Santa won. He was amazing. How old do you think that guy was?
60.
61.
45 years old. He dyes that beard to look like that. Dude had a full blast. He looked like skinny Santa. He looked like a workout Santa. He was like a skinny Santa, red sport coat with a red and white stripe, horizontally striped shirt, red pants, white loafers. You could not look better. This dude looked like the king of Nantucket.
And explained his younger date.
And I looked into.
That's true.
I leaned in. I said, "Dude, how old are you?" He goes, "I'm 45, but I dye this beard so it looks like I look because I do this for Christmas. That's what he does." But he was great.
Yeah, he looked great.
And then, when everybody got their food, we figured we're going to end it up. Ross Padgett comes up to stand up 7 o'clock to like 7:30 or maybe 7:15 to 7:45 is kind of wrapping up, and everybody's getting their checks. It would be a perfect way to bring the cruise on home. And about 5 minutes into his stand up, the power goes dead. And we thought it was the sound system, and it was not. The boat flipped a breaker.
Yeah.
We brought that much energy to the joint.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, one microphone. And what does a comedian need? One
microphone. And you got to
That's
remember, there's chatter going on. We're in a closed area. I can't imagine what his voice is like today. Mine was wrecked on Sunday. But he was screaming and still trying to do his stand-up. Then we realized the AC's off as well. He starts stripping down. So if you go to Gym Members on Facebook, you can actually see pictures of Ross up there. And I remember as I was walking on, I was like, there's a bullhorn over there.
Right.
I'm just going to get Ross the bullhorn. So if you go to Gym Members, you're going to see a picture of me standing there holding the bullhorn while Ross does stand up through, like, what would a cop would yell for you to get down?
That's exactly what he started doing.
Yeah, he's like,
Everybody
get
get
down. Man, came back on. I did the best he could. And you're right, he's a trooper. I texted him. I said, dude, any rookie would have collapsed right then. I remember seeing a show where the mic just cut out twice and the guy literally got sidetracked to the point where his entire set got ruined.
Oh, no.
And I mean, this guy's mic went dead. He was shirtless and still killed it for us. So great job across the board. It was a lot of fun.
And thanks to everyone who joined us that night.
It was a blast.
And put the costume on.
Did you guys really think that many people are going to show up dressed up?
I thought there was going to be more, actually.
Did you really?
I did.
I thought there would be way fewer. When I started seeing people pile on
and
they were all into it, dressed up, I was like, damn, this is awesome. I thought most people would be like, oh, I'll wear a hat or a little brooch or something, or put a little something on to show your support. But, man, people went all out. It was great.
That was really neat.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And the weather, we were worried about the weather, and the rain held off until
you
we
got off the
back.
boat. Yeah.
That was crazy.
We had to get off the boat in a straight up torrential downpour.
It was at one point, we're straggling, talking, saying goodbye to the crew and everything. I looked to I had just looked out the window.
Yeah.
It was fine. Next time I look, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah. And right across the lake where we were, right across that lake, Deltona got hail.
Really?
So they got a hail over there. We got spared the hail. Could you imagine?
Thank goodness.
I love the gig. I just got my ass kicked afterwards.
Still, they got 5.5 inches of rain in Sanford on Saturday night.
Yeah, no, we went to the Irish bar and drank the rest of the night. It was great. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. If you're ready, here we go, guys. The first stanza for the 2026 Search Your Ace Off contest, brought to you by our good friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. By the way, 14 of these locations all throughout Central Florida. If you want the best of the best, you got to visit a Tools. They're awesome. They have all the cool stuff for your outdoor patio. And, of course, summer here, you want to be the grilling king. They have everything you need, including Big Green Eggs. Matter of fact, they have packages right now on sale for Big Green Eggs. So here we go. This is the very first stanza for the Search your Ace Off contest for 2026. Here we go. We gather once more to venture a tour of 3 counties, both far and wide. A chief, a tribe, and a fruit, to be absolute, is where the booty does hide.
He said booty.
That is the very first stanza. And everybody who does this understands the first couple probably aren't going to lead you to anything great. We won't get into the meat of this until about the third, but this is a start for you. And you can start kind of whittling around where you think that could be. But there we go. Again, it is we gather once more to venture a tour of 3 counties, both far and wide. A chief, a tribe, and a fruit, to be absolute, is where the booty does hide.
And that is also posted on the website at realradio.fm/ace, so you can see it there.
By Thursday, you'll have the entire poem. Then, of course, you'll be able to go off for the weekend, and hopefully it'll last through the weekend. But if not, you will have instructions to email Jack with a code word. Once you do that, we'll know you're a winner. And then, of course, we'll come back on Monday and let everybody know. Or will we make the announcement on the website?
If it happens over the weekend, I'll post it both on Instagram and the gym members page on Facebook.
You got it. All right, Deb, got some news?
Yeah, we're going to talk about a Florida couple reaching a custody agreement in an IVF mix-up case. The countdown clock is on TikTok. And when you just got to get home to watch Love Island, this one woman, not a good choice. But we're going to talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
All right, take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news and kick it off with the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Music Weekends are classic alternative. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Crews working on an accident. I-4 westbound before Darrell Carter has the left lane blocked. Another crash, State Route 50 eastbound before 429. Maybe a delay there. 2 of those left lanes are blocked. Slow ride on I-4 westbound between Florida's Turnpike and Sand Lake Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Summit Clinical Research. Every breakthrough starts with someone willing to take part. Summit Clinical Research is seeking volunteers with fatty liver disease for studies focused on MASH. Participants may receive study treatment, care, and compensation at no cost. Check eligibility at NASHlivertrials.com.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Did you try selling your home and nothing happened? That means it's time for a fresh approach, and you need to contact my friends at the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. The Nickley Group works with over 500 active buyers every month and sells a home on average every 7 hours. And with their exclusive marketing plans, the Nickley Group attracts more buyers, which means your home sells faster and for the most money, guaranteed. Go to thenickley.com or Google the Nickley Group.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
There once was a magic. Sorry. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we don't do fairy tales. We do real, like real adventures to Mars or real journeys into the future to see how imagination can really take us to strange new worlds, and real trips into the past where we meet heroes and legends way ahead of their time. Real rockets, real astronauts, real adventure, all at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando. Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Transform your backyard for less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a sleek black aluminum fence that adds style, security, and curb appeal for just $125 a month. Visit FenceOutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Hey, it's the News Junkie, and I don't need to be an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and it's awful. Do me a favor, eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
My obstructive hypertrophic cardiomyopathy kept me from baseball games with my boys. The stairs were too much. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved, and I can be more active again. Camzyos is a cardiac myosin inhibitor, the first in its class to treat adults with symptomatic OHCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and ability to be active, and it reduced obstruction in the heart 4 times more.
In a 30-week study, Camzyos, mavacamten, reduced post-exercise obstruction on average 47 units of pressure versus 10 with placebo. Results may vary. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby.
Visit Camzyos.com or call 1-855-CAMZYOS. Actor portrayal.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Howdy do, Colbert crew. You know, your favorite tea bag in the villas of Duval. Getting ready to head back to Rockledge. Woo. Today we raise a beer to Kiss a Wookiee Day. So I guess if you ever meet Khloe Kardashian, give her a big old sloppy wet kiss. Any reasons? Have a good show, y'all. Peace.
Thank you, buddy. I don't know any personality that transforms more with alcohol than his. That dude is like perky, ready to go. Sounds like a fun guy to hang out with. And an hour and a half later, that guy sounds like somebody slowed him down to 78 RPMs. Boy, that's an old joke. My bad. All right, 407-916-1041. Text 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm in Jim. Jack is right there. And Deb has your news. Let's get it.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, has this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. All right, a settlement has apparently been reached involving that IVF mix-up in Orlando. A court hearing started this afternoon at about 3:15, but under the deal, the birth parents who are not the genetic parents are going to keep full legal custody. Now, the birth parents sued Fertility Center of Orlando after the wrong embryo was implanted. They became suspicious when the baby was born of a different race. All other details
White
about the
couple had a black baby, everybody.
Exactly. Or actually, she looks almost like she could be
Indian.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. 100%,
Or
yes.
Southeastern Asian
Yes.
of some,
Yes.
Pakistani, Indian. Fertility Center of Orlando is facing multiple lawsuits in the wake of this incident. Of course, we've heard of others, a surrogate who the mother says my daughter never should have been allowed to be a surrogate. The clinic has since shut down its operation, surprising even their own attorneys.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
even
that's
the
wild.
clinic's attorneys were like, they did what? They did what?
You guys might want to conserve cash.
Right. All right, the clock is ticking on TikTok. Attorney General James Uthmeyer has filed a lawsuit against TikTok saying the platform deceived parents about safety and failed to comply with Florida's under 16 social media law.
But a lot of parents are not aware of these dangers, and then you have platforms like TikTok literally advertising that it's safe for minors, where we know without question it is not.
Do you think there are many parents that really don't know that? You think there's a parent out there that has a 16-year-old that doesn't realize that Instagram and TikTok are dangerous to their kids? Do you think that really is that like unknown, or do you think that a lot of parents just kind of think that their kids can handle it?
My kid wouldn't do a dumb TikTok challenge.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think most parents think their kids can handle it.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know that it's a big of a secret though that they know their kids have TikTok and know that it's maybe a little dangerous.
But remember, everyone judges it by their own experience, and everyone's experience is different based on the algorithm of the things they look at.
100%. Yeah, I agree.
So it's like your parents are judging their experience and then say, oh, yeah, my child can handle this. This is not too bad.
Because I just get baby and karate videos.
Exactly. Or makeup tutorials.
Right.
Or,
I don't get 5-year-olds beheading birds.
So the 66-page complaint says TikTok knowingly lets kids under 13 use the platform and allows those 14 and 15 to do it without parental consent. The lawsuit seeks compliance plus civil penalties. No response yet from TikTok. One city in Polk County may decide to impose a moratorium on data centers. The Lakeland City Commission is going to meet today to discuss a 12-month moratorium on centers that use 50,000 megawatts at peak power. Some residents oppose data centers because of how much water and electricity they consume. City Commissioner Guy Lalonde Jr. tells Fox 13 over on the Gulf Coast the moratorium will give the city time to research those claims. I guess even if they decide to put a data center in, it's good to at least take the time to do the research before you give the green light.
I think communities are doing that now. We hear a lot more of cities and municipalities and states even standing up and going, hey, we don't really want this here. It's not really going to help us out. Matter of fact, I just saw an interview with the energy secretary when, one of the Congress people was saying, hey, in my district, I don't know if you know this is, making our power bills anywhere from 25 to 200% higher depending on where you are in the city. And he had no answers, because it's kind of obvious it's happening when the people who run the data centers tell you that, hey, we may need a small nuclear plant.
Right, exactly.
To power our building here. That's a dead giveaway is what they call that in the business stuff. Dead giveaway.
So if they provide their own power, but also keep the water itself.
The water.
They're using drinking water.
Yes.
Pumping water from the ground to cool this. Has to be like a closed loop system where they recycle their own water they're using. But if they're just drawing from the water supply, I'd rather preserve that for human consumption.
It's one thing, too, if they were employing a lot of people, but generally it's just a bare bones staff. So you'll have a 315-acre facility that's not really pumping out all those jobs, but sure is sucking up the natural resources.
Now, stupid question here, because I know that the car moving is what really causes that to happen, but why not use some type of fluid, rather, like you're saying, on a circulating system that allows them to cool it down rather than use water, use like... what's the word there?
Petroleum jelly?
A coolant?
Coolant, yeah, like a liquid coolant. Yeah,
they do have closed loop systems that can cool. They're more expensive to put in. But unless you make that the requirement when they're building it, they're going to go with the cheaper option, which is just taking water out of the tap.
Yeah, exactly. All right, it's now been 10 years since a young child was killed by an alligator at Walt Disney World. On June 14th, 2016, 2-year-old Lane Graves was playing near the edge of the Seven Seas Lagoon at the Grand Floridian when an alligator emerged from the water and pulled him under. Lane's father entered the water and tried to save his son, but unfortunately was unsuccessful. The incident happened just days after Christina Grimmie was shot and killed by a fan during a concert, and of course the Pulse nightclub shooting, which left 49 dead. A Lake County man is facing charges for allegedly threatening teens while armed with a knife. Police say that last week, Richard Carter walked out of his house in Claremont and began yelling at 2 teens, claiming that their go-kart was too loud.
Yeah, I'm 6 months from turning into this dude.
During the incident.
I feel this guy's vibe pretty bad. A lot of street bikes out by where I am, man. And those things get going. It's just, it's so annoying.
I know. Well, during the incident, Carter was armed with 2 knives. Neither of the teens were injured, and Carter was taken into custody on multiple charges, including 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. Jimmy, please just let me read the news. Don't become the news.
By the way, when you see a picture of this guy, if somebody showed you a picture of this guy and said, "What do you think this guy did?" Like, "Oh, that guy pulled a knife on dudes on go-karts." Like, that would be your first guess. His whole look just says, "I pull knives on kids with go-karts."
Well, Florida gas prices are easing slightly, but drivers are still paying more than we were a year ago. AAA says the state average is now $3.81 a gallon. That's up 3 cents from last week, but about 49 cents lower than a month ago. Analysts say oil prices dropped over the weekend after the U.S. and Iran reached an agreement to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, a key global shipping route. Absolutely. AAA cautions, though, prices could fall further, but says it may take time for markets to stabilize. Nationally, the average cost per gallon is at $4.06.
Yeah, that gig gets signed on Friday, so we have an entire week to kind of stabilize before that happens, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole idea. I don't think this deal's signed until Friday, and this thing's been shaky for the last 3 or 4 months. So,
but at least both parties are saying we have a deal.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm down. I mean, look, I'm down.
That's a new page.
That is. We'll take it. All right. A project designed to reduce traffic in Seminole County could move forward today. The Longwood City Commission is going to meet to discuss improvements at State Roads 427 and 434. It's very barely used intersection. The project could also reduce flooding through improvements at a stormwater retention pond. All right. You may have been seeing this on social media. The beagle story. Another 325 beagles will be brought to a Palm Beach County rescue by tomorrow as part of a wind down for a Wisconsin-based dog breeding and research facility. Big Dog Ranch Rescue's founder Lori Simmons says the dogs will be transported to the organization's facilities in Loxahatchee Groves and Alabama within the next day, while the remaining 150 beagles left at Ridgeland Farms are being released to the rescue in August. Now, once that is complete, the breeder will begin to close down its operations. Do you know why they breed just beagles?
Oh, for scientific research?
Because of their sweet disposition.
Oh, really?
That's what makes them so ideal in a lab.
Oh, my gosh.
Isn't that horrible?
How nefarious is that?
Yeah. That's just horrible.
Wow.
So this is the latest in a rescue operation that started in April when Big Dog received hundreds of the beagles that were bred solely for the purpose of lab testing. Right now, the dogs are going through health checks, and they're trying to learn what it means to be cage-free.
Right, yeah.
Because they were born into cages. They lived their entire lives in cages. So I don't know if you've seen any of the videos on Instagram, but when they first touched grass for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was exciting to see.
I've seen cows that go through that, where they spend their entire lives in dairy farms. They're just basically hooked up to a milker the entire time, and they feed out of a trough, and they don't move, and they don't even know what grass is. They try to push them out of the trailers. They get out there in the field.
Right.
And they're like, they don't know what's up.
Yeah, they don't know. What is this
That
stuff?
does not look like the cage I was in a minute ago.
All right, well, Florida's 2 U.S. senators and other officials rallied at the Florida Holocaust Museum in St. Petersburg to denounce 2 scheduled concerts by rapper Kanye West. Rick Scott says Floridians should not tolerate West after his anti-Semitic statements and a song praising Hitler, but that's not all.
Raymond James Stadium is a publicly funded venue. Taxpayers should have a say in what happens. It's actually their money.
It's funny when
it's an interesting argument to make, but I mean, you're going to do that with every show just because somebody doesn't like a country artist that comes through or doesn't like some other artist or a rock artist. You're going to do that to all of them?
Every single show gets a vote.
Yeah, get out of here with that.
That's not how it works, right?
Yeah.
Well, then
Rick sometimes going to go a little sideways.
Well, Senator Ashley Moody isn't satisfied with the Tampa Sports Authority's response that the concerts are protected by the First Amendment.
It's free speech and it's contractual obligations, and that's it? And that's it?
The chair of the museum also joined in.
Great clip.
Yeah, I mean, again, the chair of the museum also joined in calls to cancel the concerts. West is scheduled to perform June 26th and 28th. The National Hurricane Center at Miami says a system could redevelop in the Gulf later this week. Forecasters are tracking a trough of low pressure over northeastern Mexico that may move back over the northwestern Gulf by midweek. The system currently has a low chance of development with about 20% odds in the next 2 days, 30% over the next week. Regardless of development, heavy rain, flash flooding, and gusty winds are possible along parts of the Texas and Louisiana coasts. Speaking of weather, Mother Nature may score a penalty card or two at tonight's Miami Stadium World Cup kickoff. A heat advisory across South Florida has triple-digit humidity, pushing feels-like temperatures to a soaring 107 degrees.
Oh, my. Damn.
Doesn't that sound like fun to be sitting outside in?
Oh, yeah.
Robert Moleda at the National Weather Service says thunderstorms are also on tap from noon on.
Our slogan is when thunder roars, go indoors. So simply, if you hear thunder or you see lightning, that means that that storm is producing lightning that is close enough to affect your location.
And this would be a nightmare because official FIFA safety protocols are in play. That means if a storm triggers lightning and there's a strike within 8 miles of the stadium, the 6 p.m. Uruguay versus Saudi Arabia match will instantly be paused and fans will be evacuated from open air seats into the concourse for at least 30 minutes.
That is the same protocol for MLS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we deal with that at Orlando City. If there's lightning, it's a 30-minute break, and if it's that close, they ask you to evacuate the arena and you go in the concourse.
Yeah, I think that all professional sports do that. Even football games, I believe they do it as well. Even in the golf course, they blow a horn, and then everybody's got to haul ass.
I would imagine, especially out on the golf course, because I mean, it's sitting ducks basically with all those trees around you.
They got to go 30 minutes without lightning before they'll resume.
Wow. Okay. Well, good luck with that today, right?
Yeah.
6 p.m. That's not a problem with thunderstorms in Florida.
Should be fine.
Fine. Nothing to see here. Porsche, right? The car.
Which is it?
Which is it?
I think it's Porsche.
Is it Porsche?
I think. I'm not sure.
Well, obviously I can't afford one, but Porsche has reimagined Disney and Pixar's Toy Story characters into luxury vehicles.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the automaker unveiled 3 one-of-one Porsche 911 models inspired by Woody, Buzz Lightyear, and Jessie at the Los Angeles world premiere of Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5. You guys going to go see it? You going to go see it?
Yeah, I already got my tickets. Yeah.
I'll see it when it's on my television.
Will you really?
Yeah.
Why would you watch Toy Story? Give me one reason why you'd watch it.
It's great filmmaking. It's a great story. It's entertaining.
That's it. You're going to get that for What'd You Do? That's
wow. That's I can't believe you'd question that.
Yeah, it's Toy Story, and you're 50.
I'm 59, but it's still a great
59?
story.
Whoa!
Okay, the custom cars were created by Porsche's Sonderwunsch department, German for special wishes, which serves as the company's...
I think that's your problem is you don't watch Toy
Exactly.
Story.
Really. As the company's personalization program. Plus, you've got grandkids now, so it's, I mean...
Oh, it's coming. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's right around.
Oh, you're going to be able to sing all the songs from Tangled.
Right around the corner. There
you go.
I mean,
Don't do it.
You're going to hear the gunshot away from Lake County.
They're going to be sold as part of a charitable program benefiting Big Brothers Big Sisters of America, the American Red Cross, and Starlight Children's Foundation. Porsche also partnered with Goodyear on custom Lightyear tires.
Oh.
And then finally, a woman in a rush to watch a reality TV show ended up behind bars instead. Yeah. The Arizona Department of Public Safety says it happened last week with a woman caught speeding on State Road 347 in Pinal County, just south of Phoenix. The driver was clocked at, is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Sounds better.
What was she clocked at?
135.
Oh, really?
Damn.
I'm guessing.
I'll go 103.
108.
Hey.
108. When she was pulled over, she told troopers that she wanted to get home in time to watch Love Island.
Oh, man.
The woman who was not identified was arrested for criminal speed and reckless driving. Her vehicle was also put into what authorities call car jail for 20 days.
Wow,
Ouch.
20 days.
20
Nice.
days.
I saw a story about a guy going 104 miles an hour in a 45 mile an hour zone this weekend.
Yeah, I did too.
45 miles an hour.
That's, wow. That is insane.
You got enough runway there?
I
don't know.
Regardless, that concludes your JCS News.
There's a snake in my boot.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Our constant mispronunciations and poor grammar are clear indicators that we are not AI. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Humidity and tropical downpours, the name of the game for our Monday evening. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Not a washout, but scattered showers and thunderstorms on the table for Orlando and points to the east because of that more dominant wind coming in from the west-southwest, helping to kind of pin that East Coast sea breeze near the East Coast beaches. That's where we'll have more numerous storms. They'll fade away, though, through the overnight as we dip back into the middle to upper 70s. Doing it all over again for our Tuesday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms for the afternoon and evening. Feels like temps back up into the low 100s as highs round out in the low 90s. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by ePass.
You've heard of Karma, but have you heard of CARMA? It's like Karma, but on the road. So when you let someone merge, good karma. Leave space between cars, good karma. These little daily driving habits can help you keep calm and in control. Learn more at drivesmartflorida.org.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Looking for 0% financing? Welcome to the home of 0% Bill Ray Nissan. Right now, get 0% APR or up to $4,000 customer cash on Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. Need to keep your payments low? Talk to a lease specialist today. Upside down on your current vehicle? Relax. Bill Ray Nissan always finds a way. Credit challenges? We've got lending programs for everyone. Where other dealers say no, Bill Ray Nissan says yes. See dealer for details. At Bill Ray Nissan, our price includes all dealer fees. No surprises. Bill Ray Nissan on 1792. Bill Ray Nissan.com.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
What do your ex and traffic have in common? Both can hold you back. But here's the difference. With traffic, you wait. With divorce, you don't have to. At TK Law, we help you move forward with clarity, with confidence, and with a plan for your future. Because divorce isn't just about ending something. It's about beginning the next chapter. Don't let your ex keep you stuck. Move forward with TK Law. TK Law, one firm for life.
At Crush Yard, pickleball is just the beginning. You'll find a full restaurant and bar, arcade games, and plenty of space to hang out with friends. What starts as a few games often turns into food, drinks, and losing track of time. Play a match, grab a bite, catch up, or stay a while. Whether you're competitive, casual, or just along for the fun, there's something here for everyone. Learn more at crushyard.com.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins for HBN USA. Is your bathroom outdated, unattractive, and even unsafe? Well, good news. HBN Bath can transform it into a beautiful, modern space that you're going to love in as little as one day. No long, messy remodels, just fast, professional results. Visit hbnusa.com to schedule your free consultation. Plus, enjoy 0% financing, no payments for 18 months, or up to $2,500 off your project. Visit hbnusa.com. Restrictions apply. License number CBC 1255975.
Any good weekend plans?
Oh, I'm going on a weekend cruise on MSC Cruises. We're going to White Sand Beach and Beanbag Share.
Are you using nouns as verbs?
You can do that on MSC Cruises. Where was I? The food. We'll rigatoni, French fry, we might even gelato. How about you?
Oh, yeah, I was going to lawnmower.
For a limited time, skip the airport and get up to 30% off cruises, plus kids sail free.
To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Here's a harsh fact.
40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 407-706-9137 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 407-706-9137 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 407-706-9137 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 407-706-9137.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap GoodRx, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang, that one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Orlando knows it's Sutherland.
During the big summer savings event, get a big sum of savings at Sutherland Nissan.
Sutherland.
This month only, get $4,000 in customer cash on new Nissans, plus no payments till 2027.
Sutherland.
Or 0% for 60 months. Now that's a big sum of savings. At Sutherland Nissan and OrlandoNissan.com.
Orlando knows it's Sutherland.
Check back to customer for 4 months. Payments start 2027. All offers with approved credit on select models.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Monday. How to have a smoking hot body. Have a body, move to Florida, walk from your car to your house. It's as simple as that.
You guys do know that giant orange building down the street from where the station is that is potentially going to be the biggest, newest I-4 eyesore is a giant data center in Eatonville, and it's not even close to being ready.
While they're doing that construction in Longwood, can they maybe figure out a way to make it not take 2+ hours to go from Altamont to the St. Johns River Bridge on weekday afternoons?
I'll shoot him an email, buddy. We'll see what we can do for you.
We'll get right on that.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Dib.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
My wife was doing some cleaning this weekend. We have this one area where we have a bunch of bins, and she wants to use that space. So she was like, well, what's in these bins? Do we really need these bins? And she started ripping through these bins that we have in downstairs. This is stereotypical, storage bins that you have
God
at your
bless
house,
her.
right? Yeah,
because that can be a 20-minute project, or that could be 2 full hours.
Well, I've been dragging them up since last weekend, one by one, so she can rip through them and whatever we don't need. A lot of it is like home decor stuff that she kind of grew out of favor with, that we just, instead of throwing it away, we would save it in case one of the kids wanted it, or a family member wanted it. And then if not, we would take it to Goodwill or have a garage sale. But we're not having them out there. What are you laughing at?
It's the attachments we put on things. And
oh yeah,
it's like, I can't get rid of it. I have to hold it.
Right.
And then you just store it for another 7 years.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Until you have one of these moments, it's like, oh, what do we do with it? Should we get rid of it?
Yeah, legit. We could decorate an entire house with the bins that we have. We must have 10 of them.
Yeah.
And they're not all those things. Some of them other stuff. And of course, I'm telling you this for a reason. So my wife brings up this one bin, and I do not know what's in it. Now, just for people who understand, and you've been at this radio station for 34 years, I believe. And I do not have any memorabilia of anything that we've done on the air hanging in my house. We don't have a room for it. I have a few things in my studio, and that's pretty much it. And even then, it's pretty limited. All of the stuff from the show is in bins. So she brings up the one bin and starts going through it. And, dude, it is crazy. Old VHS tapes from the Monster Show from the mid-'90s are in there. Photograph books I'm going to bring in tomorrow for you guys of pictures of me dressed like a Hooters girl from the mid-'90s. This is before a lot of
With
the...
hair.
Yes. Well, yeah, there's... Oh, I have one book of me hosting the Camp Boggy Creek ride.
Yeah.
To benefit the... I did that. I used to MC that event every year. I probably did that for 8, 9, 10 years or something. And I have a book of me, and I weigh 240 pounds if I weigh an ounce. And I'm fat with a red beard. It's wild looking back at this stuff. But the thing that's interesting is this. Okay, so I have VHS tapes, right? And I don't have, of course, nobody has a VHS player anymore, right? Is the best thing to do to just go buy one at maybe a thrift store, or go buy one that's like literally, can't you get one for like $20 at like Target or
I assume so. Facebook Marketplace would be probably your cheapest place.
I don't even need it to do a great job. Yeah. I want to just see what's on these. Now, some of them are plainly marked, and one of them I know Rollins is going to really want.
Wow.
Because I think it's one of our very first Hard Rock Live performances, which would have been from like the late 90s.
I say... You bring that bin of old VHS tapes in. We hook up a VCR.
I just rip through them.
Put it on our YouTube feed. We'll make that the fourth box and just take chances.
You know what?
Just see what comes off the tape.
That's not a terrible idea. I wouldn't even know where to begin to do that. I know there are places that transform it to will transfer it to a CD, but what good is that now?
Yeah,
like
DVDs.
Yeah. I would have to have it like on a thumb drive or as a file. But the thing that's a little scary, everything. So we did this TV show back in the day called Monster Vision or whatever, and we only did like maybe 3 or 4 episodes of it. And the whole idea was it was behind the scenes of the show as we're planning the show, we're planning events and stuff, and they wanted to turn that into like a local TV show, like almost like a Wayne's World kind of scenario.
Right.
So I do have like 4 or 5 of those episodes, but I have 2 videotapes that are in that box, and they are not marked.
Oh, those are the first ones we're going to play on the air.
They are not marked, and my wife and I sat for a good half an hour trying to figure out what that could be, because we pretty much marked everything. I mean, I think 2 of these things have Russ's handwriting on it, so it's like they came from that group of information, but 2 I do not have any information on. So I think the best thing is just to rent a VCR, or not rent one, just buy an old one. I think you could get them all day long at like. But the thing is, at Goodwill, you're rolling the dice.
I was going to say you can't get one at Goodwill, but
yeah, but you may buy 5 of them before you find one that works, I guess.
Someone says it's cheaper to transfer to digital than to buy a VHS player. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
VHS players are pretty cheap now.
And what about this? I don't want people seeing what's on it.
That's the problem.
Like I mean, the thing is, I don't want people, because here's the thing: I really don't know what kind of language is on this. Because if this was at Hard Rock Live, of course, we would have never been censored. So that would be an uncensored show. And I got to tell you guys, back in the 90s, things were different. You could say a whole bitch. Yeah. There was a whole different set of words you could use in the 90s and still have a career. And I'm virtually certain we use those a lot on stage.
We got a couple boxes of audio, and most of it's monster stuff from the 90s. And we entertain the idea of, we can like play this on weekends and stuff. If you take a listen. Nope.
I mean,
we
not
won't
even
be playing that.
I mean, 20 seconds in, it's a no.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, not only that, we are getting a lot of people texting us at 77031, making a lot of good points. One is that you got to make sure your TV would even have an input for a VCR, and most of them wouldn't.
Well, I have that. Is it the RGB?
Yeah.
The RGB cables, which is the cable that has the red, the yellow, and the green thing. And you're right. I would have to make sure that my TV even has access to those kind of inputs. You're right.
And a lot of people are also saying they're not as cheap as you think they are.
Really?
Yeah, they're saying that it's like $200 to $300.
No way. For a VCR?
That's what they're saying here. We have the smartest audience in all of talk.
I know, but the smartest audience, they also live in Beverly Hills or something. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case. I think I could probably find one on. Look, here's the thing. Wouldn't it even be weird to find one for sale anywhere? Like, why? Nobody uses VCR. I mean, even if you had old tapes, all of that stuff is so obsolete, and it's already gone through 3 iterations of delivering the signal to you.
Well, it's interesting that you say that because last week, Fox 35, Good Day Orlando, was out at the last video store that was still operating in North America where you could go and rent VHS tapes. And the owner said that a lot of people come in and like the VHS tapes because during hurricane season. So if you lose your internet, but you've got a generator and you can hook up your VCR and your TV, you can still watch movies even though you're not getting any of your internet.
That's crazy though, because I mean, you could do that with a Blu-ray or a disc player. And I'll tell you how crazy it is. Like VHS is old. We have the engineering department initially they'll go through the building and the stuff they're not using anymore, they'll throw out. I was looking in the box.
I always see you raccooning that
I was
area.
looking in the boxes the other day, brand new Blu-ray player.
Really?
Just laying in the box. Just like it's worthless. Blu-ray used to be the definition of high def television, the best you could see sitting in a box.
So the people saying a couple $100, if you go to Amazon and try and buy one, that's what they're charging, but you can get them used much, much, much cheaper. But the device that I like for $130, I have at home one of the duals where it's a DVD recorder, VHS on one side, you can put it in and you can record it and make a DVD out of it, right? I haven't used this thing in 10 years, but I mean, that's how far technology is advanced. But they have one where it plays the DVD, but then it converts it to digital.
Oh, really?
And then you'd have it where it would be a file that you could watch on your computer or your phone.
Yeah, you still have to have a DVD player. And by the way, most computers don't even have an input for that anymore.
Well, you
can't even open up and you can't even play a DVD on your computer anymore.
Right. Someone said let a listener bring one in, but they get to watch it with you.
Oh, no, yeah.
Not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
I have a 15-year-old Mac, and the only reason I save it is because it's got the CD burner on it.
Oh,
I can burn music to a CD. Yeah.
You know,
or DVD.
And that's another thing we talk about a little bit later. In that box was my CD collection, but it's in a soft case, like a Case Logic thing. I have no jewel cases and all my old. What am I going to do with them? I have nothing that plays a CD. Anyway, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in 1 sec.
Win a big green egg. Courtesy of Tools Ace Hardware with Search Your Ace Off on The Jim Colbert Show. Details at realradio.fm/ace.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Crews working on an accident blocking the left lane, I-4 westbound before Darrell Carter. 2 left lanes are blocked on 50 eastbound before 429. It's a slow ride right now between 192 and the Beach Line, traveling on I-4 eastbound. Also, another accident blocking the shoulder, 429 southbound between Avalon Road and Schofield Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America, sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026, dedicated to offering solutions to help businesses meet their goals locally and globally. More at bankofamerica.com/gamechangers. That's bankofamerica.com/gamechangers.
Man, it's June and it's already boiling. Can you imagine what July and August are going to be like here in Central Florida? It's going to be hot. I can tell you straight up. That's why you need an HVAC company that's ready to take care of you and your family every single day of the week. And let me tell you guys, you can lean on Mills Air. These guys are awesome. Comprehensively the best AC company I've ever dealt with. And right now is the time to get your preventive maintenance plan. Let these guys come over, give your AC a tune-up, make sure everything's good, the filters are good, the Freon is good, that all your drain lines are clear. They've been doing this for 30-plus years. Let them use that experience to make sure your AC doesn't quit when it gets the hottest here in Central Florida, and that is yet to come. Plus, these guys are Carrier Factory authorized dealers. That's super important as well. That could get you up to $1,275 in rebates. towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call today and schedule your appointment, guys. Very important to do this. 407-277-1159. Find them online easily at millsair.com.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
Whether it's that check engine light, those streaky wipers, or that DIY fix you've been putting off, now is the time to visit Advance Auto Parts, your first stop for parts, service, and reliability. From quick fixes to big jobs, we've got you covered, along with people who really know cars. With Advance, you can always count on fast, friendly, and dependable service. Never settle for anything less. Visit Advance Auto Parts today.
Advance Auto Parts. Get to the good parts.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, sometimes some brokers, that's the finish line. They shake your hand, commission done, and then you may not hear from them again until renewal time. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and risks. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. Your company has more than 25 employees. Whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like the fine print fax tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's supersure.com. That's supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill. But those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in. Cool as can be. Tap GoodRx. Saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
People are loving what's happening now at IDC, the lowest finance rates in America. That's right. Now, for a limited time, you can get 0% financing for 5 whole years on just about every piece of jewelry in our showroom. So you can get that $8,000 engagement ring and pay just $134 a month, or that $4,000 pair of diamond stud earrings at just $67 a month. International Diamond Center makes it happen with this incredible limited time offer. Just pick any item and spread your payments over 5 years without paying a dime in interest. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, designer jewelry, colored gemstones, even certified diamonds are included. Whether your budget is $2,000 or $200,000, this is the smartest way to buy. Hurry in to take advantage of this once-a-year event. 0% finance rates till 2031, store-wide. Only at International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
This Earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
The World Cup is in full swing, and the U.S. is set to resume group stage action on Friday. Head coach Mauricio Pochettino says he believes the opening win over Paraguay is helping the sport grow in the States.
I am so proud, and we are so proud, all because I think we are winning a lot of fans.
The U.S. will meet Australia Friday afternoon. Then they'll wrap up the group stage against Turkey next week.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup Now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. So apparently Facebook is still a thing? Search gym members and join our group.
Jim, if you're really wanting these to be to last, to be a good transfer, I would probably take it somewhere. Tapes from the 80s and 90s have a bad habit of picking up moisture from the air, and all of the iron oxide sheds off, and they can also get moldy. And once that gets in whatever player you're going to play it on, it's going to all come off and mess up the machine. So they really need to be baked beforehand at a low temperature for several days. And then also everything needs to be synced together and all that professionally to make really good transfers.
Baked?
Damn.
I never heard that before.
Yeah, I haven't either. I mean, I got an oven.
I trust Insecure Walrus.
Believe it or not, a guy filmed a movie and sent it straight to video on VHS this year called This Is How the World Ends. Don't know anything else about it yet.
Good afternoon, morning, Colbert Carew. All right, Jimmy, so you shouldn't actually have any problems hooking up your newer TV to any older technology like a VHS, DVD, old gaming system like N64 because they make adapters for pretty much all that stuff now. I actually just recently saw someone that got their PS5 working on one of those old console televisions. That's the size of a piece of furniture. But shouldn't have any problems, Hold on, wait. Jimmy, I forgot it was you. Jimmy, you gotta call Cold Black. Jimmy, it's never gonna work if you try it.
Look.
You out.
I've got all the necessary wires. I have all the HDMI cables. I have all of the RGB cables. I have pretty much, and I do have a bunch of adapters and stuff. I have all that stuff left over because I like keeping stuff. So all the stuff I have from that, I still do. I think if I just get a cheap VCR, I can kind of look through there and see what I like.
Man, you were really scared.
Yeah. I do want to see what's on the two that are marked because it could be some interesting stuff. The other stuff I do, I mean, it's, I can take it or leave it or whatever. It'd be fun for the show to put some of it up there. You never know. We could pull clips from it. If it was digital, it would be way easier, right? Because you could just drop it into any editor and just edit it down and use clips from it. That'd be kind of fun.
Yes.
All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Good morning.
Did you guys see any of the UFC White House 250 fight at all?
No. Was it pay-per-view?
No, it was not. It was just on Paramount Plus.
Oh. Well, you got to pay for that. I don't have that either.
Oh, no. I mean, I thought you meant pay-per-view, like you have to pay $60 or something like that.
I did mean that, but I don't have, but I also don't pay for Paramount.
Yeah. Did you watch any of it by any chance?
I did not.
Did not? Okay. So I have to tell you, I was enthralled by the idea of this. Of course, all we've seen is the structure, the claw, and everything go up. And of course, it has been met with as much, vitriol as you could ever imagine from people from both sides of the aisle, to be honest with you. But a lot of people on the Democratic side thought it was a travesty to have put that on the lawn. We did find out no taxpayer money went to build it. That was my big thing with it. I was like, this.
Yeah, I've heard conflicting reports that actually security and everything else there was taxpayer money had to be used for this event.
I think the structure and the putting on of the show, the $60 million is what most people are talking about. Now, I guess there could have been some expenditure in that area, but I think it's the $60 million that people were kind of going, should we be doing this? If gas is $4.50 a gallon, should we be throwing a $60 million UFC party on the grounds of the White House? And I was skeptical as well, right? You tune in, and to be honest with you, what I thought is I didn't know how the production was going to go. I didn't know how they were going to be able to control the production and have it look okay. And I have to tell you, outside of this being on the White House lawn and outside of them, and I'm not kidding, using the Oval Office as a changing kind of staging room where they walk out of the room and come through the White House to do their intro. I mean, that's exactly what happened. Then he went out, came down those stairs. It actually was really cool. It was, and I have to tell you, I was watching it. I was like, I'm waiting for there's like one dumb thing that happened. One of the fighters said something really stupid after his win that made all the news and stuff. And in reality,
his weigh-in was pretty. I just saw a video of that. I was like, whoa.
The fights were unbelievably good. Go ahead.
He vomited on him. He was vomiting on himself at the weigh-in.
I didn't see the vomit part.
That's what I heard.
No, after his fight, he just yelled out that Michelle Obama's a man or something like that.
No, this was his weigh-in before the fight.
Yeah.
Apparently,
At the weigh-in, apparently
he was stumbling. I guess he had done a lot of drinking the night before.
Or he could be trying to weigh in. I mean, you got to remember, if you're trying to weigh in, you're trying to lose as much body weight as possible so you meet weight, because if you don't, you're disqualified.
Yeah, but when he walked up there, I did a lot of drinking last night. I was like, wow, okay.
But also people said this guy's kind of a character as well, but I don't know anything about the guy. And to be honest with you, I know very little about any of the fighters. I knew Alex Pereira's name, and I knew Justin Gaethje, the title match. I knew that guy's name. Man, 2 major upsets last night, and I thought the fights were damn good. And I have to tell you, I thought the production was amazing. It was really amazing. Now, Dana White said today, never doing that again. Never going to take that on, because there were a lot of worries, all the bug stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
None of that really showed up. They did have an hour-long rain delay, and that's why I was up till 1:38 this morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because that's when it finally, I think the last match ended at like 1:15 in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah, because it went on. And that's even with having 3 or 4 fights, or the first 3 fights go pretty quickly. They had like 3 fights in a row in the first round. It was done. And then one that just barely made it into the second round, and it was done. The fights were incredible, and I have to tell, they did a really good job shooting it and making it look like the entire crowd was gathered like on the White House lawn. But of course, they were on the eclipse. There was only like 4,000 people or so that were right near there. And the star of the show, and I don't know how many people believe this, but if you watched any of it last night, I would love to hear you text in 77031. I don't know what branch of the military that military band was that played all the music that was coming in. I didn't know how or what they were doing there, because I couldn't tell it wasn't a recording until they're playing one of these songs for one of the last fighters to walk in, and then they swing the camera over, and it's just a guy with a guitar playing like this country song, and it's just him, and it sounds like a damn recording. It was amazing. That band was amazing, dude. A really good production. They pulled it off. I mean, you can think what you think about whether it should or not should be on the White House lawn. That's a different debate. But whether or not this thing went off great and it looked good on television, they did a really good job doing it. They really did. It did not look, I mean, it's wild seeing it, because I was watching with a group of people that were all of different kind of ilks. And some of them were like, cannot believe this is happening. Cannot believe this is happening. I was kind of one of those like, can't believe this is happening. But
how often do we say that a day?
Yeah. But when they got the thing rolling, I was like, all right, that was a very entertaining night of fighting. It really was. If that would have been at the Sphere, it would have been the equal. I mean, it would have been the same.
Sure.
Like, I mean, the fights were amazing. So they did a good job pulling that off. Kind of wild, though.
Yeah, so the TKO Group Holdings, that's the company for the fights, they spent $60 million on the production, including about $700,000 to repair the White House lawn following the event. However, security and city services, taxpayers are in for about $10 to $12 million.
Are they really?
For all the ancillary stuff.
I didn't hear any of that. I know that the lawn was part of the, they're going to have to rebuild the lawn. That was going to be like $1 million, $750,000 or something like that. And people are like, I'm getting a lady texting going, I've reached a new low, liking it. I do not see it that way. I mean,
it's both sides on the texting service right now.
You could see, look, you could look at it like that for sure. Is that different? No question, it's different. Things like this have semi-happened in the White House before. There was a president back in the day that had boxing matches at the White House. I don't know if it's the same as this or whatever.
I'd like to mention that because a lot of people are saying, Teddy Roosevelt held boxing matches there. Well, he did not hold boxing matches for the public. He sparred, and they had a ring put in the basement of the White House. He used for his own exercise until he got popped in the eye and he lost vision in one eye.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had partial blindness. Then he stopped exercising that way.
Yeah, but I think people are trying to kind of relate the idea that there's not been fighting or boxing or something like that at the White House before. I think that's what they were trying to say. And of course,
was his own training.
They're not charging money, but they didn't charge money for this, did they? I mean, did you pay to get into this?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think anybody did.
Any of this.
I don't think anybody paid to get into it, but it was quite a spectacle and very interesting. But the fight card itself was amazing. It was really good. One of the most entertaining nights of UFC fighting I've ever seen. And we watched quite a bit of them.
To me, it's like you drive down the block and someone has a giant bounce house on their lawn for their kid's birthday party. That's what I see this as.
Yeah.
It's his birthday party.
Right,
Look at that.
Exactly. And
now
you can
take it down.
And you can look at it like that and then take it down and beyond. But Dana White confirmed today it'll never happen from his company anyway on that again. But I thought it was entertaining, man. I got to tell you, I was watching and I was like, when is this crash going to happen? When are the lights going to go out? When is it?
Yeah.
When are the graphics going to go dead or anything? None of that happened. It was really good.
Yeah.
And by the way, it was very that super America cheese. Like, your Kid Rock kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was super a bunch of that.
Yeah.
But the fights were great.
Yeah. And then let's trash, a former first lady.
Yeah, that was not cool, obviously. And I think even Dana White said it was unbelievably distasteful.
Yeah. But the thing is, when you produce an event, you want, as much as the infrastructure is already in there, save so much money. They had to do everything from scratch because you're dealing with a lawn, right?
Yes.
So everything had to be brought in and built, whereas when you do the fight in Vegas, you already have facility, lighting, all of that other stuff is already there and not part of the cost. That's why it's so expensive to do it in a field, basically.
Yeah. 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. I found an interesting thing on Reddit today. We'll talk about this when we get back. By the way, Ibili the movie girl is coming in tomorrow. She was supposed to be in today on Monday. She usually comes in. She had an audition to go to today, so she'll be joining us tomorrow at the same time. So Emily the movie girl tomorrow.
Break a leg.
Yeah, break a leg. There you go. So on Reddit this morning, reading through Reddit for some stuff to talk about, and I found an interesting thread. The World Cup's in town. And the Reddit thread was, hey, people from other countries, we've all heard some of the stuff that people from other countries, when they come to the U.S., what they think. But this was a bunch of people responding, to this as people from other countries in the U.S., experiencing World Cup matches. And there were some on here, we hear the same one. Oh, all the portions are big and the cars are big and everything's big. Man, there were a few that I found painfully interesting, and I'll tell you what they are next.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
My testosterone is popping today.
It is today. You're that guy today.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Don't pat.
The more I slap it, the harder it gets, Ryan. I like to look him in the eye when I say stuff like that,
I don't look at you.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Earlier accident, 50 eastbound before 429 had a couple of lanes blocked. That has been cleared, just some residual delays traveling through that area. I-4 westbound after 535 has a right shoulder blocked. Slow ride between Florida's Turnpike and Sand Lake Road on I-4 westbound. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by OUC.
Is your AC working overtime? OUC customers can upgrade to a high-efficiency HVAC system and get money back with rebates. So staying cool means saving more. Don't just go green, get green. Visit OUC.com/getgreen.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Want to sell your home in as little as 14 days? Check out the Guaranteed Cash Offer program from the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Google the Nickley Group or visit thenickley.com.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
Host an event they'll never forget at Crush Yard. Designed for group gatherings of all kinds, Crush Yard makes it easy to bring people together for team events, birthday parties, and milestone celebrations. With pickleball courts, great food and drinks, and flexible space to play or relax, everything comes together in one place. We handle the details so you can focus on your guests and enjoy the moment. It's an interactive, high-energy experience everyone will remember. Learn more at CrushYard.com.
McGuire sweeps it home. City fans, this one's for you. Inter&Co Stadium is the place for big matches and big moments all season long. Don't miss your chance to be in the building when it matters most. Single match tickets are on sale now at OrlandoCitySC.com/tickets.
Dan Dennis here. Look, I don't need an attorney to tell you distracted driving is bad. Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every single day, and it's awful. So do me a favor. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
Choose your wild this summer at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Get closer than ever at our largest, most immersive animal habitat, the all-new Lion and Hyena Ridge, opening soon. Delight in high-energy indoor shows and cooling water rides. And stay later for summer nights with coasters after dark and all-new drone and fireworks spectaculars on select dates now through August 9th. Go wild this summer at Busch Gardens. Save up to 55% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our 4th of July sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Sell your home fast and for the most money with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Want a beautiful white vinyl fence but thought you couldn't afford it for less than $5 a day? Only $125 a month. Fence Outlet will install a 120-foot vinyl fence and transform your backyard. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are solving the unsolvable. Our transplant experts are using new technologies like machine perfusion to increase the number of usable organs, reduce waiting times, and allow more patients to receive life-saving liver, heart, kidney, and lung transplants. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
I'm Rebecca. I was injured in a car accident and hired one of the big TV law firms. They sent me to an injury clinic that I felt just wanted to make money off me. I needed an attorney and doctors who cared about me. I called attorney Glenn Klausman, and he helped me get the best doctors who really helped me. I was extremely pleased with my settlement. He also got me $10,000 for vet bills for my dog that was injured in the accident, and he did that for free. Call attorney Glenn Klausman at 407-917-1718. Glenn Klausman, Office, Winter Park.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Hey, it's Ryan from the Monsters. If your house is looking a little meh, my guy Raphael at We Paint Everything will turn that meh into wow. Interior, exterior walls, ceilings, trims, cabinets, he handles it all. He paints it, stains it, fixes it, cleans it, even the drywall and wood rot before he starts. Popcorn ceilings, gone. Need help picking colors? He's got you. If you want more than a painter and you want a painting expert, call Raphael at We Paint Everything, 407-657-2000 or online at wepainteverything.com.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250 micro to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap GoodRx, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Joy is essential and it's also elusive. But now, there's a new and exciting way to start your journey toward a more joyful existence. Joy 101. It's a new podcast hosted by me, Hoda Kotb. If you're craving inspiration to maximize your joy, tune into these candid, uplifting, and moving on-air chats. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Joy 101, and listen now. Joy 101 with Hoda Kotb is presented by CVS.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit hbnusa.com.
Obviously, this is why YouTube was created. Obviously, at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Good day, Coven & Company. It's Concrete Mike. Jim, you own on Amazon
You're not going to find any brand new ones, but Amazon has them all renewed, refurbished. Cheapest one I found was a little under $200.
Get out of here.
Some of them go up to $600.
That ain't never happening.
They have the wire for like $9 that plugs in the red, yellow, and white, and that was switches over to an HDMI wire. So you got a way to hook it up.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that very much. Cannot even believe how many responses we got for the VCR thing. My God.
Yeah.
People dying to help. All right, 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Concrete Mike sends talkbacks. You can do the same. Grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack, and we'll get you on the air. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yep.
We did give out our very first clue for the Search Your Ace Off contest. We did that at the end of the 3 o'clock segment. If you want to find it, go to realradio.fm/ace and see the first clue.
It's already out. Oh, wait. Nope.
No. Nobody found it yet. Nobody's doing that joke yet. I expected to see a bunch of that already. It did not happen.
Oh, yeah. No, it happened in the YouTube chat.
Oh, did it really?
As you mentioned it. Yeah.
All right. So obviously, a lot of people in town or in the country for the World Cup. And as people come from other countries to the World Cup, they get to experience what it's like to be in America, to live in America, to walk amongst Americans and live the way we live our lifestyle.
Yeah, the focus shifts to Miami tonight.
Yeah, that's right, 100% to Miami. But I went on Reddit this morning and started kind of looking around for stuff to talk about. And one of the threads was, hey, people from over here, from other states or other countries, tell us what you think. What are some of the differences, the major differences that you've noticed after being in America from your home country? And it was very interesting. At first, you see the stereotypical stuff. A lot of people are like, food portions and how big the cars are and the fact that we drive everywhere. But there are a couple there that I did not realize that did not happen in Europe. They're super freaked out. And this was mentioned a number of times. One of the things that Europeans specifically cannot believe that we do is hand our credit cards to servers so that they go back and run the number and then bring it back to your table. Apparently, in Europe, I guess the major countries in Europe, which would be your France, your Italy, your Germany, England, things like that, that doesn't happen. You don't give your credit card people and have them walk away, make your check, and then come back. Apparently, it happens right there at the table. Mm-hmm. And people were saying, "No, I need you to bring that thing here. We need to do this deal right here so I can see what you're doing. Right. I can see, how you're running these numbers."
That's a great point. We're not used to that. I was like, oh yeah.
I always think that when they walk away, it's like, man, I wish you'd do that here.
Isn't that wild, man? We just give depending on what credit card you have, I guess it could be a debit card as well. We just gladly hand this to randos to walk into some magic room and then come back magically and expect everything to always be fine.
99.9% of the time it is.
It is. But one of the biggest theft rings I ever remember being a part of, and I know this because
you were a part of the
theft
ring?
The guy who was perpetuating this theft ring out of a restaurant not far from where we are was also a regular at the poker room over in Daytona when I was doing my poker tournament. He was a regular. He was always in all the tournaments. And we found out that dude was stealing thousands of dollars a month from a restaurant by skimming checks. Thousands of dollars a month skimming checks. And they busted him. I think he got popped for like 60, 70, 80 grand stealing by getting your credit card and I guess running some kind of scam. I don't know how he was doing it, but he was. One of the other things they found interesting is they said that Americans are way nicer in person than they are online. And I found that to be very interesting. I guess you could probably say that about every country, right?
Yeah.
If the worst of the worst is out there trolling online, I mean, you can't expect all Parisians to be douchebags to Americans. We hear that all the time, though. But every time I know somebody who goes to Paris, they say it's a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
The people are very cool. They just want you to give the language an attempt. That's what I hear.
Exactly. Don't be the ugly American.
The other one is this. The people in Europe cannot believe that when you buy something in America, the price is different at the register. Mm-hmm. Because we charge the sales tax at the register, so that what you see on your price tag And if you think about this, if you're buying something that's like $200-$300 and you're tacking 6%, 7%, 8%, wherever state you're on, could be 10, I guess, in California. You think about that. You go up there to pay for something that you think is going to be $200, and next thing you know, it's $218, $219, $220, whatever the case may be. They do not understand that at all. And to be honest with you, it's kind of wild how we do it, but I guess it's that way for a reason because of the states being able to treat each tax different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, or I mean, theoretically, you could include the price in your establishment, right? You could add the taxes and then put that price out there.
You could, yes. Theoretically, you could.
But then you are competing against stores who are not doing it, giving that shopper the idea that, oh, it's cheaper at this store, I'll go there.
And wouldn't you have to wouldn't the math be different as you start to do your tax bills and stuff? Because if it's all combined, that means you have to separate it after the fact as opposed to it's separated at the register and through the sale that, you had, this was the cost, this was the tax. And I guess it would be easier on your accountant. I don't know. But that's the way we do it here. One of the other things is another very odd one. What happens when you go to Vegas? Like, what's one of the biggest tropes about Vegas when you go to Vegas as an American for the first time?
What happens there stays.
Yeah, what happens there stays there for sure. Yeah, that's not it though.
Gambling.
Gambling for sure. But here's the thing: have you ever been there?
Prostitutes.
You've never been to Vegas, Jack. You've been, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
once.
a number of times. Right, once.
Once.
The thing in Vegas that's wild is this. Because it's so many hotels that are very, very big and they're next to each other. When you're walking the strip, and this just happened to us the last time we went, we came out of one of the hotels and we looked down the strip and we're like, oh, let's go to Paris. I hear there's a Chuli glass thing and it's a very cool hotel. They have all the ceilings are painted and stuff like that. It's pretty badass. Let's just walk down there. When you look at it, because the building is so gigantic, it looks like it's right there. You don't realize it's a half a mile away, and it's that average, that distance. And they say that's what America is like the idea of how our distances are.
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember seeing one video where someone's like, so are we in Arizona yet? And it's like, no, we're still in Texas.
Yeah.
And the person was like, how big is this state? And they're not expecting the stadiums to be, to fit 90,000 people.
Yeah, and the other thing is, in America, when you say, it's right up the street, for us, that could be a couple hours. Like usually, hey, let's go down. You guys want to go down to Miami for the weekend? And we're like, oh yeah, let's go to Miami. It's a 3.5 hour drive over there.
A couple of hours, you go from England to Scotland.
That's exactly what they said. The way that the Americans rationalize distance, they say, is insane to them because we're one country with a bunch of states, and they're a bunch of different countries, and of course they have different provinces or whatever the case may be. So for them to go 2 hours, like they're in another country, another language, everything else, and they for them, it's wild that you can go 1,700 miles in this country and still speak the same language and still be in the same country.
Still be in the same state.
It's very bizarre to them. I mean, they really, really freak out about that. And that actually came up quite a bit, which I found I've never heard that before with them. I mean, they always say that it's bigger, but the idea that you can drive for hours in this country and still be in the same country is wild to them.
I mean, if you think about it, you could drive 8 hours and just get to Key West from here.
Exactly. Still be in Florida by easily.
Exactly.
In California, man, going from the top to the bottom of that thing is ridiculous.
Yeah. Take you full 24 hours.
For sure it will. One of the other ones is wild. Ready? They don't, and I guess I've never been to Europe, so I do not know the culture over there when you go to a restaurant. Let's say you go to a restaurant. They can't believe that when you go to Mexican restaurants, you get free chips and salsa. They do not understand the idea of getting free food from a restaurant. It blew them away that when they sat down, they brought chips over and they talked about people saying, no, thank you. As if they thought they were going to get charged for it just because it got sat on the table, right?
Exactly.
So they couldn't believe, and they said that's with all, like if you go to a restaurant and it has like free breadsticks or something like that, that is a completely different machine than how they deal with in their countries.
I can only imagine how they freak out at all the ice in their glass too, because that's one of the things you have to get accustomed to when you travel to Europe. They do not. And when you ask for ice, they'll give you like 2 or 3 cubes.
Oh, yeah.
And they consider that ice in your glass. You're like, no, I want like ice.
And when so the people who come from South America and Central America, this was specifically to those countries. When they get to the States, there was a guy whose family, I want to say Ecuador, but I know I'm only saying that because I had a connection with Ecuador a while back. But it's one of the, maybe of Uruguay, I don't know. But when they came to the States, they landed, and they were going to World Cup matches. They landed, and the number one thing they wanted to do, because they've seen this on TV about America, there were two places they wanted to go.
Let me guess. Buc-ee's?
How did you know that?
Because that's all Instagram is.
Dude,
is like,
Buc-ee's is a huge one.
Buc-ee's and Super Target. They can't.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Waffle House.
They can't wait.
I thought it was going to be Texas Roadhouse.
They can't wait to go to Super Target, and in Texas, it's so bad or / good, whatever, that there are companies that run shuttle buses to people who come here and want to go to Buc-ee's and do literally tours of Buc-ee's.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't have anything like that. They've never seen anything like it.
No.
Just to go to a Buc-ee's. That's crazy. We rag on them here. And they're like, they can't wait to get here to go to a Buc-ee's. That's so wild you do that. One of the other ones is
either that or I'm spending way too much time on Instagram.
Yeah. No walkability. They hate the fact that in the cities in America, almost all of them, there are only a few, and they didn't really mention New Orleans or Savannah or any of these little kind of communities that are built like this and have been nurtured to be walkable. Like that, none of the cities or states are really walkable at all. That's one of the things they notice for sure, because there, you don't have to rely on a car to go everywhere. And they rarely do that. And here, you drive everywhere, and it's very bizarre for them to not take a bicycle or public transportation or something like that to get places. You just hop in your car, even if it's only a mile away.
Yeah.
They think that's the wildest thing in the world, to crank a car up, back it out, to drive a mile.
Just like it's crazy to them that we do our grocery shopping one day a week.
Right, yeah.
And we buy everything that we're going to be using that week, because usually they'll go every day.
Yeah, on the way home from work, you pop into the store, you grab what you're going to make that night.
Yep.
And you make it that night, and that's it.
And then you do it again the next day.
One of the other ones was, it's a smell. What do you think the smell is?
Well, hopefully it's not the one coming out of Mount Dora.
Yeah, no, it's not that one. It's a certain aroma. What do you think? They can't believe that this is around.
Weed.
Weed's the answer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they cannot believe that everywhere you go in America, almost everywhere, you can smell marijuana. That is really, really alien to them, no pun intended. Yeah. They don't like it. It's just wild to them, because I guess maybe in a lot of those countries, marijuana is not. I mean, I don't know what it's like in Europe. What are the weed laws in Europe like?
I have no idea. Maybe outside of Amsterdam's red light district.
Yeah, I don't know how Germany looks at it. I don't know how France looks at it, or UK. I don't know. I mean,
I would find out before flying over with a vape pen.
You surely don't want to do that.
No, you don't want to do that.
Well, you definitely don't want to do it in Russia. And I found that to be quite interesting. Yeah, that's exactly what they said. It says all of those things were things that they couldn't believe happened in America. And when they got here, it was so bizarre that those things. So those are the ones that stood out. By the way, the thread was miles long.
I bet. Another thing they think that's crazy is that we'll talk openly about money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll talk openly about money, whereas in Europe it's kind of considered, it's gauche or rude to talk about salaries
The other one I remember from in Spain and Italy specifically, if I remember right, is they don't sit down to enjoy coffee. Like when like we get up, we go to the coffee shop, you bring your laptop or a book, or you're going to rip through your phone, your social, you sit down, you order your coffee, maybe a pastry, and you sit there for an hour, 45 minutes or something, just sipping your coffee and enjoying your morning. It's not like that there. They just walk up, do a little coffee shop, you get your espresso, you stand usually, and it usually takes no more than like 15 or 20 minutes maybe to consume your coffee, and then you're off for the rest of your day. It's not looked at as a thing like we do it here in America, like a thing you start your day off with, like a relaxing morning with reading and some coffee.
Well, not to mention most of the drinks at the coffee shops look more like a dessert than a coffee.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
With all the whipped cream and everything. The one thing I do like that Europe does that I wish we would do more are our television commercials. We will talk about anything and a television commercial, and it usually, like when you first start dating and you're, watching TV on the couch and one of those commercials comes on.
And the thing that got
they
them,
don't do that.
What what thing do you think got the most reaction? There's one I left off. We'll end up with this one. This is the one that they can't believe the most, and it's been talked about quite a bit.
Food portions.
Portion
sizes.
But think about where you get that. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the tipping culture.
Oh, yeah.
They said the tipping culture here is out of bounds. Like they cannot, I guess you could understand if you're in a restaurant to tip.
Yep.
But it's the fact that everybody wants a tip. Yep. Everybody who's running a drive-through, everyone who's running an ice cream counter, everybody who swipes their credit card, their machine is going to, quote, ask you a question, the air quotes thing.
Little question for you to answer.
Yeah. A little question here before you pay. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And they said that is completely bananas to them. They do not understand the idea of having to tip everybody you encounter in America for a service or a product.
Oh,
welcome to America.
Yeah. I'm sick of it too.
Did you see CBS Sunday Morning yesterday, Dad?
I did not.
They had a thing, they talked about the obesity of our country, which is around 40% obese.
Yeah.
And compared with Japan, which is about 4%.
Right.
But comparing the different cultures, and for them, they walk everywhere.
Yeah.
It's common to get 10,000 steps in a day.
Yeah.
Just how the culture revolves around that. And the thing how we might be open to talk about money, what they openly talk about exercise, how many steps they have and stuff.
Oh, it's a point of pride for them?
Yeah. And it's just more of a fit society. And also...
And we have hot dog eating contests.
Right. they talk about the food, and it was actually following World War II when the U.S. Instituted like a lunch program for the kids to make sure they had lunches, and then Japan adopted that and they kept it going. So the kids going to school, they get a lunch, and they, this is fresh, healthy food that they're preparing every day. The kids serve it. And
well, did you see what they did in the soccer stadium that Japanese fans stayed after the match to clean the stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah, the team has done that before.
Yeah,
I remember back in the day hearing stories about not only the fans doing it, but the team going into the locker room and then coming out of the locker room and helping the fans clean the stands.
Oh, yeah, because of that Japanese culture of leaving a place as you found it.
And for us as Americans, when we see that happen,
as Americans, as parents,
we're like, don't do that because that makes us look terrible.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
So mad at Japan.
Yeah.
So mad at Japan. I bet Netherlands.
And did you really?
They were up 2-1 until the last minute, and they tied it. I'm like, you son of a...
How much you bet?
Not a lot.
Well, the Netherlands had some drama yesterday too, right? Did you see that? A member of the royal family got convicted of rape.
Whoa!
What?
Yeah, dude, a member of it was Sweden or Norway. I think maybe Norway. One of the young men is part of the royal family got busted for rape, and they convicted him 4 years in prison.
You better pick a Scandinavian country there, Hotshot. You just went through 3 of them.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's all of them there. It's one of them. I want to say it's Norway. Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Let's take a little break. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay right there.
Robots don't get sarcasm. We bathe in it. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The heat and humidity, they are here to stay, and so are the storm chances. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. We are back at it in the rainy season after that brief break a couple weekends ago. We are expecting hit or miss showers and thunderstorms through the remainder of the evening, really favoring areas east of Orlando out toward the coast because of that dominant southwesterly wind. Overnight, we'll fall back into the mid to upper 70s. We'll see those storms fade away little by little. But then for our Tuesday, it's kind of a wash, rinse, and repeat. Highs top out in the lower 90s, feels like temps around 100 degrees with those scattered showers and thunderstorms developing around Orlando in our eastern neighborhoods through the afternoon and evening. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
This is Ross Chastain, NASCAR driver and your Fresh from Florida farmer. When you shop for locally grown fruits and vegetables, look for the Fresh from Florida logo. It's a sign of local pride, peak freshness, and quality you can trust. That little logo, it's a big deal.
Man, there is no question that when you have plumbing problems in your home, the entire thing comes to a screeching halt. That means no showers, no flushing toilets, no working sinks, and everybody agrees it sucks. It's the worst, and that's why it's always super smart to have a reputable plumbing company on call, and for me, it's easy. It's Modern Plumbing Industries. You see these vans rolling around town. Grab a number one time because I'm going to tell you, you won't experience customer service like this many places. Simply amazing stuff. From houses to high-rises, these guys can do it all. They're employee-owned, and they've been in business since 1975. All plumbing issues, gas issues, water heaters, and a lot more. And when you book your appointment, mention the Jim Colbert Show for a $50 discount. But guys, it doesn't stop there. Free water heater flush with any service call. $200 off any water heater installation. And you could actually buy 2 toilets and get the third for free. That's right there at Modern Plumbing. We love these guys. You will as well. Call for 24-hour service today at 407-327-6000 or find them online easily at modernpi.com.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Sunnyside Electric.
My outlets aren't working.
I can help.
Great. Send an electrician.
Do you have extension cords?
Ugh, here we go again. I should have called Frank Gay.
Plug the cord into your neighbor's house.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work, you need a qualified electrician who doesn't take shortcuts and will fix the problem right the first time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, sometimes some brokers, that's the finish line. They shake your hand, commission done, and then you may not hear from them again until renewal time. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and risks. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. Your company has more than 25 employees. Whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like the fine print facts tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's supersure.com. That's supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
48 countries.
Only one winner.
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live. Every unforgettable moment wherever you are. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
The world is listening.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers. and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future in finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
This is the story of the one. The one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickleegroup.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
If you don't know what web goals are, consider yourself lucky. Feel like helping out? Go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Hey Jim, yeah, so anywhere in Europe or even overseas, they come with that machine like on their hip, you know, like just run your card on your table while you're sitting there, let you put in the percentage and that's it, it's done. They never take the card with them.
I like
Thanks.
that.
Bye.
I like that way better.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. That was the card. He was
yeah.
he was cashing out.
He had his card swiped.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
And Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Another big thanks to everybody who showed up to the Yachtly Cruise. Had a good time. And for everybody, Prince of the Island, your family is absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
I was talking to Jack today before the show. I said, I think I could have sat there at that table with his family, who are the nicest people, the sweetest people you ever met, and just sat there and had drinks with them and talked to them the entire time. I think I could have.
Yeah.
His daughter is a fireball. She was the one shoving dollar bills into Ross's jeans.
Yeah.
She's a
35-year-old firefighter
and
in the Villages.
She is a baller,
She's
by the way.
awesome. And it was great for them to spend his birthday with us.
Yeah.
He bought us a round of drinks.
His beautiful wife was there, his son as well. And they're just a wonderful family, dude. Just a stand-up cat. And it was really cool to meet a lot of the faces we hear on the air that call and talk to us or leave the talkbacks. Just a good time, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Text us.
We do appreciate that. Yeah, 100%.
And again, thanks to HyroSpot for some of the prizes that we gave away.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely,
And,
yeah.
oh, my God. And, of course, Brian over there at Captain Morgan for the Captain Morgan Sliced Coladas. Simply amazing. Everybody enjoyed it. We had a cooler full, and our boy Paramore was handing them out left and right. My man was working that day.
He always does.
Always does. Jack, did you finally get to try one?
I did.
Jack tried a bunch of them.
I know, I had two, and then I wait, I'm driving. My wife and I drove separately because I wanted to get there earlier.
Right.
So I was like, oh, wait, I got to drive home. I'll stop now.
Yeah. Man, I was, because we get on about an hour before doing all the setup and checkup and stuff like that, making sure the sound was going to be good as much as we could, because when the boat got full, man, people will chatter. Man, these fans of this show, they get together and they just kind of throw down and have a good time and start making new friends, kind of cruise friends.
Yeah, we're like a family.
And it was very cool, but trying to get that together. But when we got on the boat, my wife was like, is there anything to drink? And I'm like, they aren't serving yet, but I think I can sneak my paw into that cooler. And man, I started pulling strawberry sliced coladas out of there, and
everyone's like, "Hello!"
They were going quick, dude.
Yeah,
they were going quick. And I met a kind of a dude, is kind of a rough house kind of guy, good country boy. And his wife was having one, and he had one sitting there. I said, "Buddy, that can doesn't hit you, right? Does it?" They go, "Not tonight, buddy." But she loved him. It was great. What's the most amount of drinks you've ever had in one day, or one sitting? What's the most, Jack? In all your life, you could sit down and say, I definitely have this many of this drink.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, no, I do know, because it was not my best moment, and it was it was a fraternity rush week when I first went to school in 1985, and it was 13 shots of tequila.
13 shots of tequila. That is prodigious.
Someone pulled me away, and there were 13 lined up. I don't know how far I got through before someone pulled me away and says, "Wait, you can't do this."
Yeah.
Like someone had kind of their wits about them and realize, wait, you're going to kill yourself.
They saved you from yourself
Yeah,
kind of thing?
I'm surprised.
I had that happen at a New Year's party one time where I was starting to drink vodka against this woman. We were doing a contest, a shots contest, like it was Raiders of the Lost Ark. And we were sitting there, and then I found out she was drinking water.
No.
Which was funny because I drank probably 10 or 11 shots of vodka in what had to be 40 minutes. Then I spent the rest of the day in the bathtub face down. It was nasty. How about you, kiddo?
I want to say it was in college, like 8 shots.
8 shots, right? Yeah, and like, do you drink beer that much? I mean, would you have ever had like that many beers or anything?
No, in college definitely, because that was you know, everybody had the keggers.
Well, the reason I ask is because a state trooper in Pasco County pulled over a driver going 90 miles an hour on I-75. Right? Now, that's bad enough, right?
Yeah.
But 90 isn't that bad on a major highway. Really, that's just kind of a trooper in a bad mood. Because you can go 90 in some of those areas, and you don't, I mean, they'll give.
It's not like you said.
Right.
There was a driver caught going over 100 in a 45 mile an hour zone.
Not quite like that. Plus, it was on a highway, so 90 isn't really that out of bounds for highway traveling speeds, right? It's over the speed limit, but it's manageable.
What else were they doing?
33-year-old Connor Perry was arrested and booked into the Pasco County Jail. How many White Claw empties do you think were in his passenger seat and floorboard?
Oh.
How many White Claw empties do you think this guy had in the driver's seat / driver floorboard area, as if he was hammering them and just throwing them over into the other area?
I thought maybe he was just a slob. Anyway, I'm going to say 34.
Oh, I was going to go 14.
34 is the exact number.
No way.
Wow. 34 is the exact number. This dude drank a case and a half. A case and a half of White Claws while cruising.
Seriously?
He had 34 open containers and a blood alcohol level more than twice the legal limit. So maybe some of those were left over from a previous session.
Right.
But, right. I didn't have time to clean it yet, dog.
Exactly.
But 34 empty containers.
Whoa.
And back in the day, you know what? I remember.
How much alcohol is in a White Claw?
It's like 5%. It's like drinking a Bud Light.
Okay.
I think it's like that, right? I think like a light beer.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day that in I don't know about everybody else's hometown, when you were underage, I got in trouble for having an empty beer can in the back of my truck once.
Really?
As a 17-year-old. Yep, sure enough.
In the bed of the pickup truck?
In the bed of my pickup truck. I tell you what happened. I got pulled over for speeding, right? As the officer approached my vehicle, he saw empty beer cans in the back of the truck. And he goes, "What's that?" And I go, "It's an empty beer can." He goes, "You can't have that there." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You can't have an open container in this vehicle." I said, "It's not in the vehicle." He goes, "Yeah, it is. It's in the vehicle. It's in the back of your truck." I'm like, "That's not in the vehicle."
Wow.
Do you agree that's in the vehicle, in the back of the truck?
I agree. It's
Would it
not
be in the trunk?
In the vehicle, but I also agree that you might not want to take that tone with someone who has the power, the authority to arrest you.
I was 19 years old and angry at life, Jack.
Yeah.
But I was told, and the guy told me, I said, "Look, man, that was from, we did a fishing trip, and that was from fishing weeks ago." I said, "You could actually see the can is like faded." He goes, "I got to tell you, dude, I believe you, son." That's what but in this state, at your age, you're under 21 years old, if you have an open container of any sort in your vehicle like that, theoretically, I could cite you for that. And I'm like, dude, that is a new world to me. Did not know. I'll be sure to clean my truck out and never put another empty beer can in the back of my truck. Thank you very much, and I appreciate the speeding ticket.
Wow.
Did not know that. I don't know if that's true anymore or not. That would be interesting. I need to hear some text on that. I mean, can you, if you're in Florida and you have empty containers in the back of your truck, could that be a situation where you have an open container in your vehicle, even though it isn't in your vehicle? Because if I had open containers and they were in my trunk, would that be the same as them being in the cab of the car? Like if you get pulled over and the guy says, "I'm going to search your car, my drug dog just alerted," and they throw your trunk open and it's full of empty beer cans, I mean, is that a problem?
I don't know. What's interesting, too, though, is that because it's open, I mean, who's to say they were your beer cans? It could have been someone walked by your vehicle and just tossed their garbage in the back of your pickup truck.
And they can't check your trunk without asking
probable cause.
or probable
Yeah,
cause
it's gotta
to
have
be able
probable
to
cause.
search.
Yeah.
Whereas the bed of your truck is open and visible.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. He walked by and looked in there and said, "Oh, got a problem." All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in a sec.
Your chance to win $2,500 is just minutes away with the $250K USA giveaway. Presented by HBN Bath on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Accident blocking the left lane, Florida's Turnpike southbound at I-4. Also, heavy delays right now, I-4 westbound between Osceola Parkway and 27. There's a crash blocking the right lane, 429 northbound after New Independence Parkway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. This Father's Day at Lowe's, they have extra big deals for a very limited time. Get Dad a free Select Craftsman DeWalt or Cobalt battery when you buy a Select Combo Kit. Valid through 6/15 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Make sure your home is ready for hurricane season by taking advantage of Renewal by Andersen storm season savings with buy one, get one 40% off windows and doors, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 1 full year. Now is the perfect time to prepare your home before the next storm is even on the radar. The good news is Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact windows and doors are built for Florida homes. They're designed to help stand up to severe weather. Florida homeowners don't just choose their windows for storm protection, though. They also improve energy efficiency year-round, which means added comfort and lower energy bills. So upgrade your home with strength and durability you can trust and protect the things that matter most to you this storm season. Schedule a free in-home design consultation where their experts are going to guide you through the full replacement process from design to install. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com and choose your savings today, or stop by their showroom off of Lee Road in Winter Park. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
The game started. Call your dad. I'm on it, Ma. Hola, Pa.
Hello, hijita. I can't hear you. I'm at the stadium in Monterrey.
Here, shout goal together. Get nonstop talk, text, and data in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada with T-Mobile, America's best network. Switch on the T-Life app or on T-Mobile.com/connectate. On qualifying plans, not for extended international use. You must reside in the U.S. In primary usage must occur on our network. Best based on analysis by Ookla. Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Angel from the Monsters. The World Cup is finally here, and come cheer on Team USA this Friday at 3 p.m. at Twin Peaks in Altamont Springs. At halftime, I'll have cool prizes and, of course, Michelob Ultra specials all match long. Michelob Ultra, the official beer of the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins for HBN USA. Is your bathroom outdated, unattractive, and even unsafe? Well, good news. HBN Bath can transform it into a beautiful, modern space that you're going to love in as little as 1 day. No long, messy remodels, just fast, professional results. Visit HBNUSA.com to schedule your free consultation. Plus, enjoy 0% financing, no payments for 18 months, or up to $2,500 off your project. Visit HBNUSA.com. Restrictions apply. License number CBC 1255975.
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and we're hiring listing agents. Maybe your kids are self-sufficient now and you're ready to jump back into the workforce. Or perhaps you're stuck in that demanding job and the compensation just doesn't match your hard work. Are you ready for a career move that will be rewarding and earn you the high income you deserve? If you enjoy delivering great customer service and working with people, I want to talk to you. At Mark Spain Real Estate, we have all the components to make you successful as a real estate agent fast. Go to joinmarkspain.com. That's joinmarkspain.com and apply today.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Meet Sophia, a huge soccer fan. With her Real Unlimited from Total Wireless, she's streaming 3 games, video calling her cousin in Mexico,
and running the quiniela all on my new Samsung Galaxy.
She's practically running the whole tournament from her phone.
Good thing I have Total Wireless.
Switch to Total Wireless Total Max 5G or All Access plans to get on a network that won't put you second. Plus, a Samsung Galaxy on us. Total Wireless, your own Real Unlimited. Offer ends 7/8/2026 or while supplies last. Advised taxes and fees may apply.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Congratulations to Adrian and Mary, last year's winners of $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, installation is included, and most windows are installed in less than 8 weeks with a lifetime guarantee that transfers when you sell. And now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. That's TRUST to 20129.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
World Cup action is taking place across the U.S. today in a shocking result. Spain tied with Cape Verde earlier in Atlanta.
It's over. It is a win in every possible way for Cape Verde.
The match was the first World Cup game for Cape Verde. Later today, Iran and New Zealand will face off in Inglewood, California.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Now, your chance to win $2,500. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Trip. That's Trip. Enter it now.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Good afternoon, Jim Colbert Show. The open container one has me very suspicious. I often pick up trash along the road and in parking lots, many times beer bottles. And I used to take aluminum cans to the recycling center. Oh boy.
Now you guys have me thinking about the beds of trucks, which I never really had to think about before. But you know what? If something's thrown back in there, then you don't know if it's yours. Nobody knows if it's yours. I mean, it could be anything. A dead body, a raccoon, I don't know. It could be anything. It doesn't mean you did that thing.
She's a sniper. Dude, she's straight up ninja.
I've said 1,000 times I do not want to see what she looks like, and I am changing my mind immediately. I'm dying to know what she looks like. Email me your picture. I don't know who you are. Jim Colbert at RealRadio.fm. No, don't do that because everybody's going to email a bunch of it.
Don't do that. But you wanting to know what she looks like is why you should never know what she looks like.
I know. I know the rule, Jack. The problem is I'm very curious. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. If you'd like to leave a talk back like our friends, you can do that as well. Just grab the iHeartRadio app. Use that app to send that comment right over. You'll see a little mic there. Just use that and send it to Jack. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. The first stanza of the Search Your Ace contest is officially out. Go to realradio.fm/ace. You can see it right there. Not going to give you a whole bunch. It's usually the introductory, but I mean, maybe you're a savant. And you can find something in there that other people can't. By Wednesday, it's going to get a lot meatier.
Promises.
And you'll have something to gnaw on as you look all throughout the area here for the free Big Green Egg, courtesy of our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. ToolsAceHardware.com.
Great place.
Yeah, man. The people are texting crazy about this open container thing.
I know.
Somebody said even on boats. You got to be careful on boats. Because if you get a BUI out there.
Oh, you don't want, yeah.
Yeah, it says, and then the one you saw as well. Like girlfriend coming home with an old wine bottle.
Yep.
It seems odd that you can have an open container when it is just the container.
Right.
Without alcohol. Now, I know they can claim, it's residual. But let's say it's washed out. You have a can washed out. That's an open container?
It is an open container. And it doesn't mean it's not a clean, washed-out open container, but it's still an open container.
The fact that it's a beer label and not a Coca-Cola label.
Yeah. Or an empty whiskey bottle or vodka bottle, whatever the case may be. Matter of fact, the one that Deb read, absolutely they can. My girlfriend and I were coming back from the beach and got pulled over. He found an old wine cooler that had been faded from the sun and sure enough charged us with open container. And then somebody said, Elsa, Jim, still in effect. Open container law all over Florida, truck bed or otherwise. If it's in the vehicle, you can get a ticket. Please be nice to the officer. I've been told that cops that if you put your empty beer cans, hold on, let me scroll back up here real quick.
I know they're fast and furious, right?
In the trunk, that you're not liable for an open container. I'm not sure about a pickup truck, but it should be the same. I mean, I would think the only way they would say that's kind of the same way they used to say things about the weapons, kind of like if you had it in your trunk and it wasn't easy to get to, that it kind of skirted some law. I don't know if that's anything to do with the open container law or not.
I just think that's crazy because, again, they can't prove that it's yours. Somebody could have just walked by and tossed it in the back of your pickup.
Yeah, but also, I mean, like this guy just texted in as well. I mean, a lot of pickup trucks back in the day, I don't see them as much anymore. That little sliding window where you can, or you can like, if you want to, like, I don't know what that's ever for.
I think those are so easy to break into.
Yeah.
Those were the windows your parents used to open so they could slap you in the back.
Or they would have passed you stuff as you were riding in the back of the truck.
Exactly.
Because you don't deserve AC. But I mean, that's what somebody was saying is like that little window, you slide that throw it back there. I mean, the cop doesn't know you haven't been drinking that.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they don't. You know, the cop doesn't know. They have to, I guess, just use the law the way it's written. Oh, if I got a DUI or if I got pulled over and I got some ticket for an empty ass beer can in the back of my truck from like a camping trip or something, I would rage.
Somebody just texted us 77031. Daughter's boyfriend was expelled from school for empty beer cans in his truck bag.
Damn, really?
I guess also if you're underage.
Yeah.
What are you doing with that trash?
Yeah, right. I mean, that, and for me, that's what the deal was because I was only 19 years old. Actually, I'd only been in Orlando for a short period of time when it happened. I had a little Chevy Love truck. The Chevy Love. It was like one of the very first like little scooter trucks. And it was, I mean, it sat like a foot off the ground. So, I mean, you could walk by a cop would have zero effort to look at the back of my truck. You could probably see it from his car.
You say I spend my weekends, cleaning up the neighborhood. Cleaning up road trash.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess anybody could say that. The guy was talking about the road trash. Usually you don't put that in the back of your truck open. You would have a bag of some sort, right? I mean, you're not going to just walk around throwing open stuff and trash in the back of your car. You would have a bag of some sort.
Judging by the looks of the bed of your truck currently, it looks like you do that.
I just cleaned out the front of it a little bit ago because I had to pick up a buddy for a trip we were taking, and I had to clean the front of it. And when I was cleaning my truck out, I was laughing at myself at what a slob I am. Remember I told you how bad it was?
Yeah.
When I started emptying it out, I was like, man, what are you doing with your life? It took me, I'm not kidding, the driver's side, the mat that's on the, under your pedals and whatnot, I hadn't cleaned that in a year or longer. And I beat that thing against a tree for half an hour, and it was still spilling out sand like it was the very first one. Could not believe it. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Did you guys hear about the time capsule that's being applied?
Yes, I saw this.
Yeah, CBS News, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard anything about it.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, as America approaches the milestone, looking back 250 years, one looks forward. This guy named Tom Medema, he is the project manager for America's Time Capsule, and he says the time capsule gives everybody a chance to talk to the future. It's a form of time travel for ideas and physical things, and he's responsible for assembling a team of experts, disciplines like science, lawmakers, librarians. And they're going to fulfill a 2016 mandate from Congress to honor the semi-quincentennial,
which is our 250th birthday.
Yep. So they're going to put a time capsule in the National Historic Park. It's going to be buried there in Philadelphia, and it's not going to be opened until
250 years from now.
Yeah, 2276.
Wow.
That's right. And I guess what they're trying, the whole idea of the story, not really is, I was just asking, like, what's in there? What do you put in there now that represents what we would want people, 100 and 250 years from now
McDonald's
to think about what we were as a culture?
No, what's interesting is they have some rules because they don't want to put anything that will degrade or have a negative effect on anything else in there.
Right.
Like I said, McDonald's.
Books, manuscripts, miscellaneous printed matter, memorabilia, relics, and other materials. That's what can go in.
Yeah. Let's see. And each state can submit something. West Virginia has a piece of coal that's in the shape of West Virginia.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Interesting, yeah. And you're right, yeah. Who decides to get what's preserved? We wanted all states and territories and D.C. to be represented to choose their own objects to submit. It has to be, it says, according to Rosie Rios, the chair of America 250, it has to be sea to shining sea. It has to be grassroots, community-driven. It has to be personal. What would we put in there from Florida that we would want people 250 years from now to know about the state of Florida?
A Gatorhead.
Space patches.
I have to tell you, I think that's what it would have to be.
Yeah.
Like, I think, and of course now with just, with what SpaceX is doing in the last 6-7 years that we experienced, we can only assume there's going to be more of that here. We know for a fact that's going to be the case. So that's going to be a big part of Florida's footprint.
Absolutely. And that's where it started. That, just the going to the moon and everything, all those launches came from Florida. So that, something from that early space race would be significant.
Would it be something from the shuttle program, or would it be from, because it'd have to be from now though, wouldn't it? I mean, you wouldn't want to put anything there that back from the 60s. That doesn't really represent what we are as a culture now.
I would want to put something from the 60s because think about this. This is something 250 years from now, looking back. So what's the difference between 20 or 30 years if it's representing the origin of the space program or something that can represent the space program from its origin until today?
I think they should send the disc that I can't remember if it was on Voyager.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
With the greetings from planet Earth.
Yeah.
I think we should send that.
The funny thing is,
you thinking it's aliens that are going to find it? Let's hope they're still speaking English.
But look, any type of media is going to be weird. I mean, think about what we've talked about today.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already gone through 5 iterations of delivering information in the last 40 years, from 8-track tapes to cassette tapes to CDs to DVDs to digital.
Don't you
streaming.
forget the 8-track.
Yeah. They didn't explain this in the story. I don't know if they do in the one you have, but there was this little cube, and they're like, this has all the information from the Declaration of Independence. I don't know if it's like a type of flash drive
or microfiche.
Wow.
Yeah, or what it is. But you talk about technology. It was this little cube. It's like, this has Declaration of Independence on it. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. It says most of these time capsules get ruined because of water intrusion. They say this will not happen with this one. There will be it's stainless steel. It's a stainless steel cylindrical design. It weighs 1 ton even before loaded with the contents, which have been mailed to the area from 50 states across the area in the 5 territories. Like Jack said, West Virginia sent a piece of coal in the shape of West Virginia. What a West Virginia thing to do.
Perfect.
What a West Virginia. That'd be like us going, you know what would be great? It's a piece of key lime pie. Just put it in there. 250 from now. It should be just fine. Ohio sent a piece of fabric from the Wright Flyer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't understand that. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't get that. I don't get that. That was 110 years ago. What does that tell any future society about what we're doing right now? We're way beyond flight. The flight stuff should have been in the capsules that were open in 2016 or maybe at some other significant date.
It's kind of the same way that Jack was talking about with the space program. It's the origin story. It's the origin of flight story.
I thought it's supposed to tell the story of what we're doing when we put the capsule on the ground, not what we've done up until then.
Not part of it. It's a big story to tell, and that's why they have 50 different pieces of it, and what each state is proud of, and it doesn't have to be something from 2026.
So it does tell you about a couple of things. It's funny you mentioned that, Jack, because it says we can't have anything that will decay or decompose, infect other items. They did mention some stuff that is definitely not from the Wright brothers airplane era. What thing would you have to put in there to represent our culture right now? It would be an absolute must. If you didn't put it in there, it would be lying to the future.
iPhone 17.
iPhone is the answer.
Oh, yeah.
There's another one. It's a food product.
I was going to say.
Well, somebody did text us and said for Florida, we should send an empty can of PBR and a handgun.
A food product?
Yeah, food product.
Interesting.
Well, it is the container of a food product.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola is the answer.
Okay.
Like a bottle of Coca-Cola would be the answer. It says
it can't be a can. It has to be the bottle that shape.
The iconic bottle.
Yeah, the iconic bottle, right.
Curved bottle.
Native American artwork, essays from students, coins and pens, and even a feather from the eagle that accompanied Union soldiers into battle.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
so that'll
not
all go
modern
in
day.
It's not, though. I'm telling you. I think that's cool. Don't get me wrong, but I don't agree with that. For me, I would think you would have to set a date. We can't do anything past or before this date is what I would think that would be. That would represent this culture, because think about how far we've come in just since we graduated from high school, dude.
Right.
Think about how different life is in just the last 40 years.
But I think they're telling the story of the first 250 years to be unearthed 250 years from now. So I think anything that happened in the past 250 years applies, and they're going to bury this like 15 feet underground in Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's not going to...
Philadelphia.
Yeah, nobody's touching it.
Yeah.
It says there will be a recording of the Star-Spangled Banner contained in a vessel the size of a thimble.
That's it. I don't know how it works, though.
A DNA encoded with the digital copies of Thomas Jefferson's original draft of the Declaration of Independence. A rendering of Abraham Lincoln's hand. Crazy. Yeah, the iPhone's a must. If the iPhone is not in there, it does not tell the story of how far we've fallen as a society.
Do you think they'll have a charging USB-C with it, with a plug?
Oh, could you imagine? An alien cuts that thing open with some laser and he goes, "No charger." I've only got one bar in this damn stainless steel thing. All right, 77031. Back in a sec.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Earlier accident on I-4 eastbound before Florida Turnpike has been cleared. Still some pretty heavy delays in that area. Slow ride on I-4 eastbound between 1792 and St. John's River Bridge. An earlier accident as well, I-4 westbound before Darrell Carter has been cleared. Expect heavy delays traveling through that area as well. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. Thousands of homeowners have trusted us for their blinds that are easy to order, affordable, and guaranteed to fit. You measure at home, install yourself, and enjoy blinds made exactly for your windows. Blindster.com.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
for a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to us by the Home Builders Network. For years, we've been telling you about Mike the Home Builder and his team he's put together at the Home Builders Network, and that's to help you with those bigger projects around the house. The Home Builders Network, nominated by Orlando's Best for Best Windows Indoors. Also a Best of Florida nominee for Best Roofing Contractor. So it's roofs, it's windows, it's doors, and it's bathrooms. You can get a whole replacement bathroom. They have a bunch of models in their showroom in Altamont Springs. I had my bathroom redone by the Home Builders Network, and he did a fantastic job. They also can change your gutters out, put in new ones with covers. It's a beautiful thing. Go online to hbnusa.com. Again, the Home Builders Network, online at hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975 and CCC 1329039.
Think you're not the suing type? But you weren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. This summer, we're turning up the heat on other dealers with all-in pricing online at greenwaykias.com. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no surprise fees, just easy upfront pricing. Plus, get rates as low low as 0% APR on select new Kias, and a helpful finance team working to get you approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. It's the Summer Sticker Sales Event. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia. With approved credit, offer expires 7/5/26.
Kick off the summer with a stress-free way to sell your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our guaranteed offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. One of our clients, Selena, said, Mark Spain Real Estate was phenomenal. Prior to working with Mark Spain Real Estate, my house had been on the market for over 3 months with no success. After I met with Mark Spain Real Estate, they completely turned things around for me. I closed on the sale quickly, just as they promised. Mark Spain Real Estate is the #1 most reviewed real estate company in the U.S. with over 13,000 5-star reviews. Trust us to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Looking for 0% financing? Welcome to the home of 0% Bill Ray Nissan. Right now, get 0% APR or up to $4,000 customer cash on Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. Need to keep your payments low? Talk to a lease specialist today. Upside down on your current vehicle? Relax. Bill Ray Nissan always finds a way. Credit challenges? We've got lending programs for everyone. Where other dealers say no, Bill Ray Nissan says yes. See dealer for details. At Bill Ray Nissan, our price includes all dealer fees. No surprises. Bill Ray Nissan on 1792. BillRayNissan.com.
On Plus Nicotine Pouches present Comfort Chronicles. A 10 o'clock tea time. How comfortable. You show up in stretchy shorts, a breathable tee, and maybe no socks. Let the dogs breathe. While others sweat in pleated khakis, you're in your comfort zone bombing drives. And in your pocket, On Plus Nicotine Pouches. The softest pouch on the planet. Buy a can at onnicotine.com. Products for tobacco consumers 21 years of age or older. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
The game started. Call your dad. I'm on it, Ma. Hola, Pa.
Hello, hijita. I can't hear you. I'm at the stadium in Monterrey.
Here, shout goal together. Get nonstop talk, text, and data in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada with T-Mobile, America's best network. Switch on the T-Live app or on T-Mobile.com/connectate. On qualifying plans, not for extended international use. You must reside in the U.S. In primary usage must occur on our network. Best based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Are you offended yet? Obviously, we're only kidding. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Still to come, legal stories and more with Ray Trendley from TK Law. Today at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, keeping the G on the daily, you feel me? What up? It's your boy Big Eye, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the JCS crew. Yeah, the reason they had 34 White Claws in their cars, because that's what it takes to get wasted off them things. Good Lord, they're weak. Also, not proud of this, but the most I have done in the night was 40 Jello shots. Do not over-exaggerate that. Had a best friend's party. No one drank it. We had like 400 of them, so we all took, yeah. Later.
Wow. That's what it was. Later.
That's brave.
Man, I have a friend. I won't say who it is, but I bet Jack knows. We used to have pretty big parties over at his house years back. And I've seen that guy drink 30 beers a number of times in a day. A number of times. Like, guys, a guy drinks 30 beers on his own, without question. Really? That's not an exaggeration or me trying to out redneck anybody or whatever. I'm just telling you, this cat could drink a lot. Well, Bo back in the day. I tell the famous story about Bo. The very first time we went to a gig, Bo Rhodes, who was part of the Monsters of the Morning, or what was the Russ and Mo show with Dirty Jim back in the day. We did a promotion at a bar at downtown Orlando. It was just opening up. That was actually owned by Janie Lane, lead singer of the band called Warrant. You know, She's My Cherry Pie, that guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
And oddly enough, Ray Steins, who runs Margaritaville or runs the Sunset Walk out there, and we go out there every year for the Best Of Challenge. I mean, he was the guy who ran the bar for Janie when it was downtown. And one of the most famous drinking stories I ever tell is this one. We were there, gathered around. We was just like a promotion. Come and hang out with us and enjoy the bar, rock bands, the whole 9 yards. It was like one of the only rock clubs in the city. It was nice. The other ones were kind of divey, you know. This one was actually really nice downtown. And the server came up and said, "What do you guys want?" It was me and Russ and Bo at the table. I think a couple other people. Nobody else was on the show at that point. I don't think there was a Bubba or anybody at that point. I can't remember exactly, but I believe it was just the three of us. And Bo, what we thought, jokingly said, "Bring me a tray of double Jack and Coke talls." And I said, "Well, I have a Heineken and a shot of Jaeger," and Russ ordered whatever he ordered. And we thought because we were laughing when it was being said. Sure enough, this server comes back with a tray of double Jack and Cokes and my little Heineken and my shot and Russ's drink. And this is a true story. This is 100% true. By the time she had taken all the drinks off of the tray to set them on the table, I think he drank 6 of them. So he drank 6 double Jack and Cokes in the time it took a server to unload 12 of them off of a tray. Wow. And then I think by the time she got back, he did that whole line, when you need anything else, he goes, "If you come back around and see the table's empty, just keep bringing them around." And she did. I saw him drink an entire tray of double Jack and Coke at a nightclub once. And drank 6 of them in the time it takes a server to clear a tray sitting drinks down. That's crazy.
For so many reasons, I'm glad that's not part of my life.
Yeah, true. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. Indeed. All right, so did you guys hear the Florida is bringing new courses to high schools next year? House Bill 1343 takes effect on July 1st. I guess that is not the beginning of the school year because it starts in August, or is it late July again this year? I don't know, because it's always changing so often.
August 10th for the schools around my neighborhood.
Yeah, and this is actually very cool. And the funny thing is this is almost kind of reverting back to what we used to experience, I think, in high school, guys, because we've seen over the years our children kind of have their education eroded for certain subjects in schools. And we've always kind of wondered, and look, physical education is just one of them. We understand that's not an intellectual thing. But, I mean, just seeing that erased from schools has been kind of wild, especially when Jack said earlier, 40% of America is obese. And then you don't really institute any exercise or anything like that into schools. I mean, where are they going to learn that if their parents don't make them go out and do anything? It's a different culture than when we grew up. We weren't even allowed in the house.
Right, unless you want to do chores.
And it says what they're going to do is this. It provides that anyone who's earned a diploma from a Florida high school can satisfy the licensure requirements to be an insurance customer representative. This diploma was obtained within 4 years of before filing the license application with the Department of Financial Services. The high school education included a course in insurance and personal finance.
Oh, that's okay. That's great.
So what they're going to do is they're going to make kids, or they're going to have this available in schools where you can learn, and it's a half a credit course in insurance and personal finance, which can be used to satisfy the education requirements for the state. In other words, I guess maybe that would be an elective. Is that what that would be, guys?
It sounds like it.
But what it's going to do is allow kids kind of understand their personal finances and have kids kind of understand what the insurance business is going to be like and how you buy and learn how to shop your insurance. I mean,
It's a form of adulting, right?
Yeah. It says it requires more comprehensive curriculum on the subject, though it remains to be seen what it'll look like more specifically. Kicks off July 1st with over 100 new Florida laws. But I think this is actually kind of a good idea. And it's a financial literacy class beginning in the 9th grade.
Which is great.
Which is absolutely vital. It really is. I mean, when you see kids, and even my kids sometimes told me back in the day, you didn't talk to us enough about finances. And I would talk to them about what it cost us to run the house so they understood.
My question would be, how much were you listening?
Yeah, well, maybe so. But I think, I would think back in the day.
It's funny for Deb without kids. She is so on the money with that.
Because, I mean.
So on the money.
I mean, seriously.
Because you try, and it's like, okay, they're not going to absorb this, so you have to kind of piecemeal the information, and then you're wondering, like, did I get it all, and what did they absorb? But you tried, but they're not there, saying, oh, teach me more, Father.
No, exactly, because their needs are being met. So the idea of budgeting and finance, that hits when they maybe want something that's expensive. I can tell this story. I'm sure it was the same with you guys. My parents, it was, all right, we give you food, shelter, and clothing. Anything outside of that, it's on you. So if you wanted a car, if you wanted, like in this day and age, a new
shoes
phone,
fancy shoes.
You had to get a job, you had to save your money, and you had to earn it yourself.
Right, yeah.
But so, I mean...
I had to buy my first pair of steel cleats for baseball because we had rubber ones that I guess my uncle had back in the day. And she goes, you can just wear those. I'm like, I don't really work and it's kind of lame. And I wanted steel cleats to play baseball in. And they were like, back in the day, they were like $28. And $28 in 1985 was no joke. And we could not afford them. So I had to go out. That's what I got the job at Winn-Dixie for, to buy steel cleats so I could play baseball.
Yeah. So again, I mean, it's easy for kids to say, well, you didn't do enough of this.
Yeah.
And you didn't ask enough questions.
What percentage of our audience do you think had a job when they were kids, like before the age of 15 or 15 and up? I bet it's a lot.
Oh, that would have been a good question.
Yeah, well, you can put it up there still.
I have to take down the one that's up there,
don't do
which
that.
I can.
No,
but,
don't do that. We'll ask it tomorrow.
I think I would say, I was going to say a higher percentage than now. Young adults, but I'm not even sure if that's true.
I remember in home ec class when I was in 8th or 9th grade or whatever it was, that you had to learn to balance a checkbook. I remember that. And I remember, learning how to run an adding machine and learning how to calculate compound interest and things of that nature, but never about like budgeting or saving money and how percentage rates and compounding interest can help you out. Never any of that.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't know if maybe it was part of a math lesson once, but I like the idea of a course focused on that.
Yeah.
And personal insurance. That's a wild one, right? Like
that one's I'm surprised by.
Yeah, why would you think that? I mean, why do you believe they're doing that? Is it just because that way people can find out? Because when you say personal insurance, does that mean health insurance?
Auto insurance?
It could be health. It could be life. There's all the different types of insurance you could focus on. And really, if you think about it, we have a lifetime of experience with it. And so you have an understanding now. But when you're starting out, it's like, what's the difference between them? Okay.
Exactly.
And then...
why do I need uninsured motorist coverage?
Right. Yeah, the class includes instruction on basic principles of personal insurance policies and personal finance and a finance literacy class so that you can understand what's going on with your cash. Because some people I know, and I actually was one of these persons until recently, I say within the last 10 years, we never really invested money other than my 401k here at the station. We didn't really think about investing at all because we just kept our money in the savings account. And people are like, you should not have that much money in your savings account, buddy. That should be elsewhere. And I said, well, if it's elsewhere, I won't have access to it. They're like, you have any idea how much that's costing you to think like that? And I'm like, no, I have no idea how much. And he goes, and they ran numbers. I'm like, oh, what? Yeah, because I mean, when you just put all your money in a savings account, it's that security thing from growing up humbly is what it is.
Right.
Like when you didn't have any money growing up, the idea of sticking money somewhere to be invested to talk about 7 years later, or 8 years or 10 years later, man, that never even comes into play. I want to be able to get it now. Yeah, I don't want to have to go through some paperwork or some penalty phase to get my money that I earned because it's in some account I made a decision about 3 years ago. Nope, I don't want that. I want it right now. I wonder if that's why a lot of people kind of don't really do that. Like, don't think about the investment thing because they want to have access to it, and they think that once it's invested, it's locked up completely. And in some cases, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. I don't even remember this going through, but it is, and it starts July 1st. So I guess every school in Florida starting July 1st or starting this school year, if you're in 9th grade, your kid will have the ability to take one of these financial literacy classes, and I strongly suggest it, by the way.
Yeah, it's great news. One of our texters says Lyman High School, local here, it has a personal finance course, or financial literacy is what it's called.
Yeah. And I think that's really, the thing is just getting students to take it. If it's an elective, it doesn't sound very exciting, right? I mean, you could choose almost anything else. It sounds more exciting, but when you realize how much that information can help you very early in your earning life, it would seem like, you would really want to make sure that kids had the opportunity to understand what the class offers. I hope they're like, just instead of just putting it up there, financial literacy, they explain what that means.
I think it'll be one you have to take to graduate. I don't know if it would be an elective. I think I'd have credit. They say you have to take this at some point.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. All right.
I don't remember in high school having that many electives. I guess. Wood shop. Yeah, I guess some.
Oh, yeah. No, we had electives in high school for sure. I mean, I don't remember exactly how many, but I remember at least one a semester because I took small gas engines one time and I took auto repair one time. I took, stuff like that, farming and stuff like that. Do they even have farming classes in Central Florida anymore? I guess maybe
sure they do.
Schools like Oviedo and maybe the outskirts of Orlando.
Maybe out like in Lake County.
Yeah.
Out by Apopka where there's a lot of agriculture still.
It's probably farm engineering and stuff like that rather than just kind of farming and agriculture, isn't it?
Well, I would imagine too, probably a lot of forward thinking with farming.
We had garden. We had a gigantic garden at Plaga High School that you could all the ag guys would.
That's cool.
We had pigs and a cow, I think, that they would maintain as well on campus.
How about that?
Yeah, pretty crazy, right? All right, 77031. Load them up. It's time for trivia. We'll do that next.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
I don't see Kanye West as a sexual being. Like, I don't picture him even really being into sex, even though he's showing people porn. He just doesn't come across that way, like as a sexual being.
That's how I picture you.
It's fair enough.
The News Junkie, weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
The Buccaneers are set to begin the last week of their offseason program. They'll be back on the practice field tomorrow to start mandatory minicamp. Less than 2 weeks after getting his commitment, Florida lost four-star offensive tackle Kennedy Jackson, who flipped to Georgia on Sunday. And UFC boss Dana White says Sunday night spectacle at the White House was a success, but it's not something that'll happen again. I'm Scott Davidson.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Guys, it is Men's Health Month. That's right. That's what June is. And with Father's Day coming up this weekend, you want to make sure that Papa's around for as long as possible. And actually, just this morning or just this afternoon, I got a text that came in right here beside me. It said, "Hey, buddy, want to let you know I'm taking my family and we're going to get our scans at Life Imaging FLA." And I was like, man, that's one of the best decisions you'll ever make. And especially as a male, because men tend to ignore symptoms, delay doctor visits, and wait until there's something wrong before they make a move. That's called being reactive. What you want to do is be proactive with our friends over at Life Imaging FLA and get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And guys, they could not make it easier to do this. No dyes. You do not take off your clothes. No injections. And as a matter of fact, it only takes a few minutes. And it's easy to make your appointment as well. All you have to do is pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. It is time to make the appointment. And remember, while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection does save lives. It's Life Imaging.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Let me tell you something. When you sign your insurance policy, sometimes some brokers, that's the finish line. They shake your hand, commission done, and then you may not hear from them again until renewal time. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and risks. That's why I'm introducing SuperSure. Your company has more than 25 employees. Whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure is the super agency built for you. Licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like the fine print facts tool, which translates your current policy into English so you know what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth, so you know exactly what needs to be protected. It's supersure.com. That's supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Kick off summer with the Monsters in the Morning live in New Smyrna Beach. Join Central Florida's #1 morning show Friday, June 19th at Crimson House. Start your morning with a free hot breakfast from Bagel King. Just bring a donation or non-perishable food item to support the Volusia Food Bank. Stick around and keep the party going with Bud and Bud Light bucket specials, a full wine and beer bar, plus live music and merch giveaways. It's the Monsters Summer Kickoff Live Show, happening Friday, June 19th at the Crimson House in New Smyrna Beach. Proudly sponsored by Budweiser, Bud Light, Folds of Honor Foundation, Sabe Cocktails, Foley Family Wine and Spirits, Como's For You, and Coronado Beach Productions.
My obstructive hypertrophic cardiomyopathy kept me from baseball games with my boys. The stairs were too much. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved and I can be more active again. Camzyos is a cardiac myosin inhibitor, the first in its class to treat adults with symptomatic OHCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and ability to be active, and it reduced obstruction in the heart 4 times more.
In a 30-week study, Camzyos, mavacamten, reduced post-exercise obstruction on average 47 units of pressure versus 10 with placebo. Results may vary. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby.
Visit Camzyos.com or call 1-855-CAMZYOS. Actor portrayal.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks, like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 407-706-9137 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 407-706-9137 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 407-706-9137 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 407-706-9137.
C-Lane here, and guys, let's have a chat for a second. If you are starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction or PE show up in the bedroom, you know that's not something that fixes itself. It might be time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. A lot of guys are calling. They're very helpful, and they want you to avoid surgery. They told me that's one of their big goals. They have painless procedures, and surgery is painful, it's invasive, and it's expensive. And they don't want you to have to go through that. They want you to go through their painless procedure, and 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. So if you're still relying on pills, if you're having to up your dose, it's time to call Premier Men's Medical Center. They're getting guys back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call the incredibly helpful, the incredibly knowledgeable folks at Premier Men's Medical Center and find them online at premiermensmedical.com.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
At work? Just pretend you're on a Zoom call with us. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
just wanted to talk about the high school, the insurance and all that stuff. In my high school, we actually had stuff like that. But my question is it going to be like how I did, where it was just a video and the teacher just sat there and you didn't really learn much? Hopefully it's going to be actually someone teaching instead of a video. All right. Bye. Love you.
See ya.
Okay, pay close attention to this one.
Hey there. I know exactly what this insurance thing is, period. I attended a breakfast not long ago where they had students in schools learning how to be an insurance agent, period. It is all about the insurance agencies lobbying, trying to develop future employees to work in the insurance industry, period. They know it's not going anywhere, period. Do I want financial training in schools? Yes, comma, but it sounds divisive to me that whole...
I got doing the grammar thing. I like
Talk to text, yeah.
Took me a second to figure that out. I did that one time and had just said the words. Like I sent a question to my daughter. I'm like, hey, you coming up for dinner tonight? ? And that's exactly how it came over. By the way, we did have a number of teachers text in, and we thank you guys very much. 77031 if you'd like to add your comments to the conversation. They said that it will not be an elective. It is mandatory, Jack. You are correct.
Wow.
And also on top of that, there are plenty of agriculture departments in Central Florida, tons of them. People texting in saying the 4-H program is alive and well in Florida, as well it should be. Those programs can be as fulfilling as arts programs, and I would agree with you 100%, sir.
Love the FFA.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. That was the jacket of choice. Let me tell you, if you were in my high school, your letter jacket was cool, but your FFA jacket was really cool. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
And he has the Jackie sack. What's in there, buddy?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Couple of prizes. Let's see what we're dealing with this week on the Jim Colbert Show, where the winner will get to choose. And it might be a pair of tickets to Mumford & Sons at Benchmark International Arena. That's happening August 7th for Mumford & Sons. Also in the Jackie Sack, there's 4 tickets to Monster Jam at Kia Center on August 8th. The energy, the action, the next level thrills will keep you on the edge of your seat. Only at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, presented by Spin Master. See it at the Kia Center, August 8th and 9th. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Those are the 2 prizes in the Jackie Zag today.
So back to you, clickety-clack.
Thank you so much, Deborah.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go 3.
3 sounds good. Joey, how you doing?
Joey.
Doing great. What's up?
Not much, buddy. You want to play a little game with us, Joey?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it, big dog.
Is he the puzzle master? Or is he the guy who's currently writing today's game? Can he be both? Let's find out. It's time for JCS Trivia.
All right, Joey, this is a real easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true, Joey.
What?
I am purposely trying to mislead you, but if you can find the lie, buddy, I'll send you over to Jack, and he's got some nice stuff, and you can choose something for yourself. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go, buddy. On this day in 1963, American Oscar-winning actress, director, writer, and producer. Her favorite game is Twister.
Helen Hunt.
She would cast away if she could, and she is as good as it gets. Helen Hunt was born on this day. That's right. Here are 3 fun facts about Helen and 1 lie that hates Bill Paxton.
Aww.
All right, buddy, we're talking about actress Helen Hunt. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, she suffers from dyscalculia, which means she sees numbers backwards. Number 2, for 18 months, she was married to Simpsons voice actor and voice of bar under Mo Hank Azaria. Number 3, she's only the second actress to have won an Emmy, an Oscar, and a Golden Globe in the same year. Or lastly, she celebrates every Thanksgiving with actor Anthony Edwards. You know him as Goose from Top Gun. Which of those is a lie?
Man, I have no idea. I'm going to shoot in the dark. Number 3.
Number 3 is unfortunately true. She is only the second actress only to have won an Emmy, an Oscar, and a Golden Globe all in one year. Can you name the other one? World-class entertainer from back in the day, known to be a bit of a drunk, but still very famous.
Judy Garland?
Her daughter?
Liza Minnelli.
Liza Minnelli's the answer.
Wow.
Yeah, very good. All right, Deb, 1, 2, 4, or 5?
We're going to go 4.
4 is Mike. Mike, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well.
All right, buddy, we're talking about Helen Hunt here. Find the lie. Number one, she suffers from dyscalculia, which means she sees numbers backwards. Number two, for 18 months, she was married to Simpsons voice actor Hank Azaria. He's the voice of Mo, the bar owner. Or lastly, she celebrates every Thanksgiving with actor Anthony Edwards. You know him as Goose from Top Gun.
I'm going to go number 3.
No, that's absolutely true and odd as hell.
Really?
She celebrates every Thanksgiving with Anthony Edwards, who played Goose in the first Top Gun, which is wild. Never even,
I was watching that last night.
Were you really?
It was on the CW.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Deb, 1, 2, or 5?
Let's go 2.
2 it is. That is Rick. Rick, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How about y'all?
Good, boss. You got a 50-50 shot here going to the Jackie Sack. In regards to Helen Hunt, which one of these is not true? Number one, she suffers from dyscalculia, which means she sees numbers backwards. Or lastly, for 18 months, she was married to Simpsons voice actor and the voice of Mo, the bar owner, Hank Azaria.
I'm going to go 89.
That's the one, buddy. You're a winner. Yeah, I'm going to put you on hold. You are the winner. She does not suffer from dyscalculia is actually how it's pronounced. I think Savannah from the Monsters had that for a little while.
Really?
Yeah, she used to talk about that when we first met, when she was like 20, 22, whatever.
Huh. Did not know that.
A couple other things about...
Didn't know that was possible.
Yeah. A couple other things about Helen Hunt you may not know before we get to the top of the hour. Brandon Kravitz coming in for sports. We haven't heard from him in a while, just back from vacation. Some interesting sports things have happened.
Oh, yeah, just a few.
Just a couple, right? You'll love this, guys, from our world, from our age world. As a child actress, one of her first auditions was for a very famous child role in 70s TV.
Little House on the Prairie.
It would be more up your alley, Deborah.
Oh.
Petticoat Junction.
Tabitha from Bewitched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she auditioned for that role and did not get it, but she would have been Tabitha from Bewitched.
We have to be able to do that nose thing.
Yeah. She loves one sport for sure.
Pickleball.
No.
Thank God.
It's a little bit more, like, I got to tell you, this is something you do not picture Helen Hunt doing. She spends a lot of time on Hawaii.
Surfing.
Yeah, she's a surfer.
Really?
Yeah, like a pretty big surfer. She loves it.
Well, that's crazy.
And then lastly here, she witnessed the World Trade Center attacks from her apartment that she had just moved in.
Ooh.
She actually chartered a private jet, took her and her entire staff, and flew out of Connecticut back to Los Angeles. The first day that flights were allowed back in the air, she was one of the first planes in the air.
Wow.
She's like, I am Audi 5. I'm not dealing with this.
But then she went to L.A.
Yeah, and then she went to L.A., where every day's a crash.
Exactly.
All right, 77031. Let's take a little break. Our buddy Brandon Kravitz will be up in just a bit with sports. We'll talk about what's happening out there. Stay tuned.
The Monsters, the News Junkie, and the Jim Colbert Show. All broadcasting live from Mount Dora, July 3rd. Details at realradio.fm/freedom.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's an accident blocking the left lane, I-4 westbound before State Route 44. Crash blocking the right lane, Kirkman Road southbound before Conroy Road. And an accident, Orange Blossom Trail southbound after Central Florida Parkway. The accident's at Old Harbor Road blocking the left lane. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. Thousands of homeowners have trusted us for their blinds that are easy to order, affordable, and guaranteed to fit. You measure at home, install yourself, and enjoy blinds made exactly for your windows. Blindster.com.
Man, everybody knows real estate market trends are a very local thing, man. That means market conditions and trends will vary greatly from one area to another, and it's super important not to pay attention to national headlines if you're looking to sell or buy a home in Central Florida. Here's why. Buying or selling a house here is way different than, let's say, Erie, Pennsylvania. This is one of the best destinations in the world to live, and the Nickley Group knows that better than anybody. That's why, on average, they make their investors 6% more on their house sales than their competitors, and they sell those homes twice as fast. And if you're buying a home in Central Florida, again, nobody knows more about this market than these guys. That's why they're the number one real estate team in all of Central Florida. They will find that home that checks off all the boxes for you and your family. Number one real estate team, selling a house about every 7 hours, 4,000 plus 5-star reviews. And when you kick in their VIP program with free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and this insane early access program that is the biggest cheat code in real estate, getting access to off-market properties before they even get listed, it seems unfair, but they can do it, man. They even have a guaranteed cash offer. That's no showings or open houses, and that deal can close in just 14 days. You can't beat them. Log on today. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
When you've got a one-track mind, you go where the cravings take you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
Breakfast that satisfies. Snacks that sing. Drinks that refresh. It's a stop that pulls you in. We don't blame you for having a one-track mind, because once you stop at Racetrack, no other stop will do.
Same time tomorrow?
You know it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
Hey, Orlando, are you tired of checking a price online only to find out it's thousands more when you get to the dealership? Well, at Greenway Kia, we changed the game. Every new Kia listed for sale on GreenwayKias.com has our Greenway all-in price. That means the price you see is the price you pay, with no surprises and no additional fees. Plus, with over 1,000 new Kias available at our 3 Central Florida locations, you'll find the right new Kia at the right price every time. It's the Summer Sticker Sales Event. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Whether it's that check engine light, those streaky wipers, or that DIY fix you've been putting off, now is the time to visit Advance Auto Parts, your first stop for parts, service, and reliability. From quick fixes to big jobs, we've got you covered, along with people who really know cars. With Advance, you can always count on fast, friendly, and dependable service. Never settle for anything less. Visit Advance Auto Parts today.
Advance Auto Parts. Get to the good parts.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand, so shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. June is Men's Health Month. With Father's Day right around the corner, you want to make sure Pop is around for as long as possible. That's why you got to scuttle him over to Life Imaging FLA for this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value, and the reason you need to do it is men are hard-headed. They ignore symptoms, they delay doctor visits, and they wait until something feels wrong before they take action. That's the wrong way to do it. Be proactive, not reactive. And when you consider heart disease still the #1 killer in the U.S., and in 30% of those cases, there are no symptoms, get your dad over there now. And let me tell you something, man, they make it so easy to make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan, and they will connect you in seconds. Take advantage of this opportunity right now and make this appointment as you sit there. Also, while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection saves lives. It's Life Imaging FLA.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
It's been a day of draws so far at the World Cup. Belgium and Egypt finished 1-1 in Seattle. This comes after the shock of the tournament so far. Earlier in the afternoon in Atlanta, as one of the pre-tournament favorites, Spain was held scoreless by Cape Verde as the teams played to a draw.
A 0-0 draw with the European champion Spain.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station guaranteed human. Proof that we have a face for radio. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? We'll talk about a story of escape. My buddy and I coming back from Mililani, driving through Schofield, going to the North Shore. Bro, we were burning a big fatty. We were almost done with a 12-pack of Coors Lights. Empties all over. Key gets pulled over. This is back in the day where you could approach a cop and get out of the car. You talk nice to the officer. He never came up on the vehicle, never saw a thing. We rode away tripping white-knuckled. True story. Aloha.
Aloha.
All right, if we're putting an iPhone in that capsule, it needs to have a couple things. First, iHeartRadio app, specifically following Real Radio 104.1 as a favorite, because you have to. But then also a Twitter account, so that way everybody can see what was being said during this time frame. We can have a government paid for subscription to OnlyFans. I think that's necessary for right now. And a DoorDash account that shows what everyone has purchased within the last 20 years.
He's put some thought into that. I like it. Interesting. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. If you'd like to send a talk back, it's free, and you can do it. We'd love to have you. Just grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack.
Had to go get our next guest. He was just out there chit-chatting like he didn't have anywhere to be.
Oh, God, man. You guys should have fired up a cigarette and had a chat. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. Let's do some sports.
It's time to get your game on as the Jim Colbert Show brings you the man who brings the heat, the insight, and the takes you didn't even know you needed. From the biggest headlines to the stories flying under the radar, we've got you covered. So buckle up, because the sports world never sleeps, and neither does this guy. The most popular sports broadcaster on 96.9 The Game. He paid us to say that. Brandon Kravitz.
Get loud for me, The triumphant return of Brandon Kravitz.
Chatting, I was schmoozing.
Yeah,
There's a difference.
You look very chatty out there. You and Ray Trinley out there. Are you guys out there conspiring to rule the world? Is that what it is? Yeah.
He would be doing most of the ruling. I would just be cheering him on in the background.
Nice vacation. I followed it on Facebook.
Oh,
man,
it's great.
Some beautiful beach time over there on the West Coast for
Fantastic.
you and the fam.
Out at Reddington Beach, which is sort of near the Clearwater area.
One of my favorite beaches on the Gulf.
It was phenomenal. Sandbars
beautiful.
for days.
Like fake.
It did. It really felt like I was in Tahiti.
Does it recharge you for real?
It really does. It really does. Last year was the first year. So it's my in-laws that put on this vacation. They rent a house on the beach every year. They've been doing it since my wife was a child, and I have just latched on to this.
Because that's some real coin. We just priced that the other day. We were thinking about doing a little something over there. That's a real deal coin over there.
My father-in-law is a doctor. He does well for himself. And it's awesome. It's an incredible trip. Last year we stayed in a different place that was not on the beach, and while this is how spoiled I've become, it was still a week-long vacation, but we weren't on the water. Just having that beach in front of you every day when you wake up for 5 days, it really does reset and recharge me in a way that is hard to replicate.
Isn't that wild? It's the truth, though. Yeah,
I just
100%
feel like
right.
a completely different person. So it's great. And then, the uninterrupted family time. And I've gotten really good. I haven't perfected it, but I've gotten really good at actually unplugging, which for us in the media, when you obsess over your job,
it's tough.
It's hard to get yourself away from the news. or to not even be part of it and comment on things on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all these different apps that we have so that we can tell people how we're feeling at all times, which is an important part of this job. But it's also important that you know how to shut that down, and that is a tool, it's not oxygen. Well, and that week that I just had is my reset from all of that.
Well, very nice. Well, since you're reset, let's get at it, man.
Let's do it. I've done a lot of catching up over the last 24 hours. I watched some sports, but I watched it like a sports fan, not like an analyst. It was just sort of on.
That's the best way to watch a Knicks game.
Although the World Cup is the big news now, this past weekend, the big news was the New York Knicks winning their first championship since the
73.
73. That's pretty incredible. And of course, New York did New York things afterwards. But
63 people arrested, 4 stabbings, 1 shooting reported. Which I think is light work for New York.
Couple of buses torched.
Yeah, there you go. Small price to pay for 50 years.
Exactly.
This team looked pretty dominant, buddy. I got to tell you, this team looked pretty darn good. Brunson is no joke.
He kind of breaks the mold of what the current what the best player in the NBA looks like. I don't think he's the best player in the league, but he should at least be in those discussions of top 5 guy in the league. We don't put him in that talk because we're just so used to this. There's so many guys that are alien-like in their abilities, none more so than the guy he was going up against in the NBA Finals, who's way ahead of schedule in Victor Wembanyama, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Giannis, all of these guys that are so good at just about everything, and they can defend great. Jalen Brunson is just an old-school point guard bucket getter, and he is the most clutch player in the league, a phenomenal leader.
His attitude seems amazing. The guy is like completely legit. Like I heard my first interview with him, I'm like, who's that?
So
he doesn't sound like a professional athlete. He sounds like a scientist. The guy is like really kind of put together well.
And for a coach's son type, his dad is on the staff.
Oh, really?
Rick Brunson is his father. He's one of the assistant coaches on the Knicks. Usually those guys are filled with arrogance. If you remember playing with or against them.
Yeah, he doesn't have that vibe, dude. He's like super cool, right?
Yes. And I think that as teams follow their leader, their head coach, their star player, and what was the calling card, the DNA of this Knicks team was their ability to win in the clutch, to mount comebacks. They had 2 20-plus point comebacks in the second half of games over the last 2 rounds of the NBA playoffs. That's what we'll remember about this Knicks team is their clutch ability and the cohesion that this team had. They don't have any one player that you say, that's the best guy in the league, that's why they're hard to beat.
Right.
That's a collection of talent that played really well together.
It reminded me, and I could be wrong here, it reminded me of like the old Pistons teams. Like that.
I said that exact
Did you
thing
really?
on the air today.
Yeah, so that's what it reminded me of.
And Brunson is Chauncey Billups, and you can draw the through line with all those guys.
Just 5 guys who really knew their job and really didn't try to be anything other than what they meant to that team. That's what that basketball team looked like to me. And to me, when you're building championship teams, that's the selflessness you have to move to that next level, right? Everybody knows that you'll have a star there, but that really isn't the point. The point is everybody's going together for the same goal, and it seemed like the Knicks had that.
And
in spades, actually.
Whenever we see a champion in any sport, we look at it and say, okay, how's this repeatable, or how can you copy what they did? The Knicks just kind of hit on every decision on their way to a championship.
And it wasn't this a situation where they were actually behind most of this entire series? I read a crazy stat today. Like the Knicks rarely led anywhere in this series. They just came from behind and won and pressed when they needed to.
It was like 23%.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's crazy. They wind up winning. They only wind up losing 1 game.
Yeah. And if you look at the moves that they made, so how did they build this team? They traded a bunch of first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. That was one of the pieces that they got. They made a trade they traded Julius Randle, who was one of their star players, to bring in Karl Anthony Towns. Both of those were absolute hits. They made a deadline trade a couple of years ago with the Toronto Raptors. They brought in OG Anunoby, who had the biggest tip-in shot that we may have ever seen in NBA Finals history. Jalen Brunson was on the Dallas Mavericks. And because the Mavericks already had Luka Doncic, they let him walk.
That's unbelievable.
And the Knicks signed him in free agency after they initially tried to get Kevin Durant and failed. Their fallback plan was Jalen Brunson. That was a hit. Every single thing that this team did, They made it to the conference finals last year, and they fired their coach. And that was it. Mike Brown put them over the hump. So it was that's what you have to do. If you want to win a championship in a league right now, I think we're in the best era of NBA basketball we've ever been in. 9 champions in 9 years. We've had 9 different champions in the last 9 years.
That's unheard of.
This league has become unpredictable. So how can you break through? You've got to hit on all of your major decisions. Now, I do think, to spin this local, this should provide some hope to Magic fans.
Okay.
For one, the league has not yet suffocated by how good Oklahoma City and San Antonio are. We had a different champion. That's important. So that means that the Magic can break through also. What's the calling card of the Knicks? Cohesion, playoff experience. This was the 4th year that this collection of talent has made it to the playoffs.
Team unity.
If the Magic make it to the playoffs next year, it'll be their 4th year with this collection making it to the postseason. Now, the Magic haven't won a playoff series yet. The Knicks had won a playoff series in all of those prior iterations of this team. But I think that that's the hope, is that you don't have to make this. You don't have to make a seismic shift in your roster to win. Sometimes you just win because you stick together.
Let me ask you a question, man, because I find this interesting. I've heard this concept before, and people say this all the time. Do you think it's important for certain franchises to win? Do you think that this was good for the NBA, for a big market team like the Knicks to have a win like this? Because we hear this all the time in football. It's good if the Colts win, or if it's good if this team wins because it's a big market team. Colts was a bad example, but it's a big Dallas. It's a big market team. We need these teams to win because they're in giant markets. They have a lot of branding that carries the league with them. You could say that about the Knicks, I guess. I mean, you could have said it for years. I mean, do you believe that this is good for basketball in general, that the Knicks won this series?
I think it's good in the moment because the ratings will be higher because they were involved, but I don't think
a lot of celebs at the games. I mean,
all that stuff. Taylor Swift was at a game.
Yeah.
She never. When do you ever see Taylor Swift at basketball games?
Not, but I guess she's an old school Knicks fan going way back. I mean, I read on it. It's like, well, I guess she's been doing this since like 2016 or 17.
But games of this magnitude bring stars like that out. Timothy Chalamet's been at every single one of these games. Ben Stiller, all these guys. And Celebrity Row is insane, and casual fans that have this game on are now more interested. All of that is good in the moment. Are those individuals now going to be locked in on the NBA? Maybe not. I think the Knicks fans aren't going anywhere. They hadn't won in 53 years, and all those fans were still cheering for the team. I think that stuff is good for a burst, but I don't think it does anything. What does something with the quality that then is lasting is the unpredictability of and the talent. I think it's a great product. That's the reason why people will keep coming back.
Talking to Brandon Kravitz about sports. You can hear him 96.9 The Game every day from 3 until 6 with his buddy Mike Bianchi. Let's talk about the World Cup. I mean, USA makes it through Paraguay pretty easily. We do have more matches coming up. I mean, what do you see for the USA team as we move forward in World Cup matches?
So we got to familiarize ourselves with a guy by the name of Folarin Balogun. Am I pronouncing his first name right? I've been working on the last name all day. Familiarize yourself with this name. He scored 2 goals for Team USA. They get Australia on Friday. This should be a coast to the round of 32 where you get to the knockout stage. If you look at the other countries that are involved for Group D, Australia, Paraguay, the United States already disposed of them, and Turkey. None of them should stand much of a test for this USA team that is supposed to be a legitimate threat to get to. Most of the people that I've talked to that know this sport a lot better than me say round of 16. That's the expectation, and then you hope that they can move past that, which is about the midway point of this tournament. I think that would be great, and just look at the impact that it's already had. Average viewership for the first game, 15 million viewers, peaking at 18.8. That's the most watched USA men's team World Cup match in history.
Dude, that's crazy. I did not hear. That's one part of the story I never heard were the TV ratings. That's crazy. Jack, didn't you just get some information during the break about Spain?
Oh, Spain played today and surprisingly had a draw with Cape Verde. Yeah. look at
Spain, the odds-on favorite to win the tournament.
Yeah.
And Cape Verde is probably the 10th best country in Africa in this tournament. I don't know how that happens. That's not a good sign.
Yeah.
But the thing that I was told by these soccer experts, I am fortunate enough to be on a couple of podcasts where I talk to some of the best sports betting analysts that are in the country, people that cover soccer, have all said the same thing. And this goes for the positivity that we feel for the United States, the negativity you feel if you were backing Spain and then watched that meltdown of what was almost a loss to a country they have no business losing to. You cannot overreact to the first game in group play. All of these countries, everyone's so nervous, so tight. You're playing in an unfamiliar setting with teammates that you're just starting to re-gel with, and everyone's psyched. It's the beginning. You got to let things shake out in the wash. Go through a couple of group stage matches, then start assessing how good or bad a team may be.
30 seconds on the UFC fight last night. Did you watch any of them?
So I did not watch any of it. I'm trying to limit my subscriptions these days. I just have too many of them. And
so you
Paramount
just don't have
Plus
Paramount,
is where I draw the line. But apparently it was a hit. Dana White did say that he said it went well, but that he would never do it again.
Right,
This was a marketing ploy for them. This was not. Isn't something that's going to bring in a wave of cash. They get paid what they get paid through Paramount. This wasn't a ticket sale event.
But these fights were amazing. I mean,
I've heard great things.
I mean, you can say whatever you want to say about the setting. I completely get both sides of that argument, it being on White House lawn. But those fights, one of the best UFC tickets I've ever seen in my entire life. It was unbelievable, bombastic. I watched every minute of it. It was great. It really was.
He's Dana White.
Yeah.
Anybody that is overseeing a combat sport is a carnival barker.
Yeah.
You have to come up with unique ways to get people to watch your product. He did that.
Yeah.
He succeeded yesterday.
He really did. Always good seeing you, buddy. Good and loud for Brandon Kravitz.
Yay!
Where can they find your other products?
You can find me via the Action Network. If you go to the Favorites podcast, we post 2 episodes per week covering the NFL, but in the offseason, we're covering whatever the biggest sporting event is. So we have a U.S. Open podcast episode that's coming out later this week. Go and check that out, the Favorites podcast.
Always good to see you, buddy.
You too.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Ray Trimley up next.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Accident blocking the left lane, I-4 westbound before State Route 44. Another crash blocking the right lane, Kirkman Road southbound before Conroy Road. And another accident just reported blocking the right lane, 429 southbound before Stony Brook West Parkway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
This is Ross Chastain, NASCAR driver and your Fresh from Florida farmer. As America marks 250 years, we celebrate the dedication of Florida's farmers. Their hard work ensures that every bite is harvested at its very best. Fresh from Florida. Trust is grown here.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
People are loving what's happening now at IDC, the lowest finance rates in America. That's right. Now, for a limited time, you can get 0% financing for 5 whole years on just about every piece of jewelry in our showroom. So you can get that $8,000 engagement ring and pay just $134 a month, or that $4,000 pair of diamond stud earrings at just $67 a month. International Diamond Center makes it happen with this incredible limited time offer. Just pick any item and spread your payments over 5 years without paying a dime in interest. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, designer jewelry, colored gemstones, even certified diamonds are included. Whether your budget is $2,000 or $200,000, this is the smartest way to buy. Hurry in to take advantage of this once-a-year event. 0% finance rates till 2031, store-wide. Only at International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
Whether it's that check engine light, those streaky wipers, or that DIY fix you've been putting off, now is the time to visit Advance Auto Parts, your first stop for parts, service, and reliability. From quick fixes to big jobs, we've got you covered, along with people who really know cars. With Advance, you can always count on fast, friendly, and dependable service. Never settle for anything less. Visit Advance Auto Parts today.
Advance Auto Parts. Get to the good parts.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
My AC stopped working.
You again.
I need my AC fixed.
You're quite the pest.
I should have called Frank Gay.
We should have called Frank Gay.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need your air fixed, don't call the wrong place. Frank Gay has helpful operators and techs that will have your AC fixed in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
To everyone looking to add some extra flavor to their summer, come try the new Culver's Jalapeno Jack Pub Burger. Our team member Steven is here to tell you all about it.
When you're in the mood for delicious food between your road trips, pool days, and summer game days, you can always count on Culver's. All of our butter burgers are made to order with fresh, never frozen beef. And our Jalapeno Jack Pub Burger has just the spicy kick you need. Zesty pepper jack cheese, creamy jalapeno sauce, all on a lightly buttered brioche bun with juicy tomato and crisp lettuce. It's the kind of bold flavor that brings extra joy to every fun-filled moment. You can even make it a chicken sandwich if that's your thing. But like summer, it's only here for a limited time. So order now with the Culver's app. And don't forget to join Delicious Rewards to earn points with every bite.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
On Plus Nicotine Pouches present Comfort Chronicles. A 10 o'clock tea time. How comfortable. You show up in stretchy shorts, a breathable tee, and maybe no socks. Let the dogs breathe. While others sweat in pleated khakis, you're in your comfort zone bombing drives. And in your pocket, On Plus Nicotine Pouches. The softest pouch on the planet. Buy a can at onnicotine.com. Products for tobacco consumers 21 years of age or older. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
You ever notice the first four letters in the word paint are pain? Because you're doing it yourself. And it's a pain. The prep, the taping, the mess, the ladders, the I'll finish it this weekend that never happens. So take the pain out of paint and call We Paint Everything today. Interior, exterior, cabinets, ceilings, even repairs before they paint. These are the pros who make your home look amazing without you lifting a finger. Don't live with the pain. Let We Paint Everything handle it. Call Raphael at 407-657-2000 or online at WePaintEverything.com.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
TK Law does divorce differently. No gimmicks, no false promise. They don't fight for men or women. They fight for you, your facts, your future. TK Law, one firm for life. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
Joy is essential and it's also elusive. But now there's a new and exciting way to start your journey toward a more joyful existence. Joy 101. It's a new podcast hosted by me, Hoda Kotb. If you're craving inspiration to maximize your joy, tune into these candid, uplifting, and moving on-air chats. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Joy 101, and listen now. Joy 101 with Hoda Kotb is presented by CVS.
Radio.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, happy Monday, Colbert crew. I just wanted to call and say thank you for all of your suggestions. I went to the Edgewater Financial Seminar this Saturday, and learned a lot. And I also went to Flanagan's for chicken wings. And let me tell you, this Buffalo Girl approves.
They're amazing.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye. I love hearing that.
Thanks for the cigar. I've saved it till today so I could smoke it during the show. I guess I'll go by Theme Park John because you might remember me from that.
Good afternoon, the Jim Colbert Show, Prince of the Islands. Jimmy, thank you for making my birthday a really fabulous one. Even though I thought you were coming in as a Kenny Hursley, you're just doing a cultural appropriation, which I didn't like. Jack, you look fabulous. I just imagine you every Sunday in the captain suit playing music. And of course, Barbara was the love of my life. Oh, she looks beautiful.
Who's Barbara?
And of course, Russell.
Who's Barbara?
He always calls Deborah Barbara because his wife is Deborah.
Let me ask you a question. All I did a few minutes ago is give that guy and his entire family a 60-second ass kiss of how wonderful he is. And he ragged on me and then gave Barbara, who's not even her name, a compliment.
I just want you to know that's probably one of the nicest talkbacks he's ever said about you.
All right, 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Barbara.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yep.
And every single Monday around this time, we have our good friend drop by. He runs TK Law, onefirmforlife.com. 2 offices, guys, right here in Longwood. Also in DeLand. Give it up for the very awesome Mr. Ray Trinley.
Hey! Woo-hoo.
I'm here just to say hi to Barbara.
What's up, Babs?
I like that.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, man. Good weekend? Everything good?
Everything good. Spent some time with the kiddos, just trying to keep them out of my wife's hair.
Yeah.
You know, it's summertime, so she's a teacher. She's off with them and has no escape. And
that's very cool of you.
Yeah.
That goes a long way with mamas, by the way. Even just 6 hours so they can go to the bathroom without some kid, scratching at the door or sitting at their feet while they go to the bathroom is wonderful.
Yeah, but I have to promise every time I take them out of the house, I'm going to bring them back alive. And sometimes it's a crapshoot whether or not it's going to happen.
The struggle is real.
And you actually told me something cool. You take your kids to Bass Pro so they can look at the fish tank. For people who haven't been there, they have a fish tank in the middle of Bass Pro that you can literally fish in.
You can swim in it.
They do demos and stuff of catching fish and stuff, and it's pretty badass.
It's a great fish tank, and they always have different fish in there, and so they had some snakehead fish inside it, and so those are cool. I used to catch them a lot when I was a kid, fishing in the canals in South Florida. So they had some of those, and they had some monster redfish and stuff. So it was a good time.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Yeah, I was telling you that when I was dead broke after my divorce, I would take my kids and we would do Walmart scavenger hunts because I had no money to do anything. And I would just make a list of stuff that was really hard to find in the store and kind of send them out there. And the first one that came out with their basket that had all the stuff got like a prize. Honestly, and it was like a bag of M&Ms. I was so broke.
I like the idea of doing that, but then picking items that they couldn't actually find in the store.
Or items that don't even get sold there.
That don't get sold there.
And then just go to the golf course.
That's right. You guys didn't find everything. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Ray drops by on Mondays to talk about some legal things happening out there. Usually it would be a story maybe we pull from the news or maybe something that went through the firm that we can talk about. What do you have for us today, buddy?
Well, this is an interesting spin on some stories we've been doing recently. That a Florida man, that's how most of these stories start. A Florida man is suing this AI and the city of Jacksonville.
Oh, is this the mistaken identity that had him in jail?
Mistaken identity. The story is really interesting. So I saw the story last week with just a little bit of kind of like a superficial news story, but I actually looked at the lawsuit and reviewed it all. Man, it's interesting. So here's what happens. This guy's at the beach, goes home, hanging out with his family. Couple days later, knock, knock. Police with a warrant come in, arrest him, say that he was part of this crime, and that, they claim that they have eyewitness identification.
Okay,
and he gets arrested. Come to find out, with irrefutable evidence, he couldn't have been there. He wasn't there. And so now you read the story, and it's how everything happened was AI did a facial recognition, and his facial recognition technology picked him out as a person using the face's
The facial recognition.
The facial recognition. They have a database called Faces, and they picked his face out, and they said, this is the guy. And then law enforcement said, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to find 6 people that look just like this guy for the photo array. Not actually looking at the video camera footage. They used this guy's image for the photo array. The eyewitness picked him out and said, that's the guy.
Well, that's double ID'd, right? So the AI IDs you, and then a witness IDs you. And for a cop, that is as solid as it gets, right?
Well, apparently that's all they needed. And so they go, they get a warrant. A warrant gets issued by the judge. The guy gets arrested. And come to find out that nobody actually reviewed the security footage that was run through the AI program, the facial recognition program. And so had they done that, they would have realized that the person in question looked nothing like this guy.
Right. And didn't they keep this cat in jail for quite a bit?
For a couple of days.
Yeah, how many was it, Deborah? Do you remember the story?
I read it in the lawsuit.
I thought it was more than a couple, dude. I thought they kept this dude.
It was like 13 days or something like that.
I thought they kept him for a minute, man.
I mean, that's a good time to spend in,
Yeah, accusing him of luring a child to a McDonald's.
Using whatever you can for leverage and for money in jail. So, anyway, so rough story for this guy. So he ends up filing a lawsuit against the city of Jacksonville, asking for them to no longer use his facial recognition technology and to implement some safeguards. And he's also suing the officers involved because they didn't do their due diligence
in
inspecting the footage. And so it's interesting. It's an interesting story. Again, it's a slight variation on some of these AI cases that we've seen recently.
And the thing that kills me when you read the story, isn't this the guy who is he from Fort Myers? Because
the case was in Jackson.
No, he was arrested in Jacksonville for sure. Was it at his home or was it because there was another story about a guy who was like, he was at work the entire time. And what kills me about the situations like that, it's so easy to verify where the person was rather than, if you're to listen to a witness and then of course watch the AI and listen to the AI, wouldn't you have to at least investigate his story?
Well, and that's part of what he's saying is you should have done all that before you arrested me.
Yes, it is a Fort Myers man. Yeah.
He was 400 miles away at work when they said this thing happened.
Yeah.
So, it would have been so easy to verify exactly what was going on, man. It's so crazy. And I this is obviously just the beginning of this for us, right?
Well, and that's kind of the reason why I brought it up is it's a slight variation on some of these cases where we've seen people really just use AI to do whatever the job is and not have a lot of oversight. And there's this big fear, I think, that a lot of people have that AI is going to take over and that nobody's going to have jobs. But we see it time and time again where it's making these mistakes, costing people their lives, their liberty.
And eventually, how long will it take for either governments, whether it be local governments or state or federal governments, to pay lawsuits? How many lawsuits are they going to have to pay out before they look at AI and go, well, maybe we use this as a tool and not the definitive tool to decide when people's liberties are taken away? Because, that's really what we're talking about here, right? When you look at the liability of this guy's going to sue and he's going to win.
I think he's got a pretty darn good case.
We know that for a fact. Yeah. He's going to win. How many of these cases eventually, I guess, police departments, states, whatever the case may be, are going to wake up and go, well, look, let's use this as a beginning point.
Sure.
And then if this thing is able to even get us maybe 80% 80% success rate, we can factor the other 20% with human stuff, and maybe we can do that. But maybe cut down on the time the investigation takes.
Well, and I think, like what we're seeing in the legal field right now is that lawyers have to certify if any AI has been used, that they've independently verified the information and things like that. And I think that will be the trend. And I think you're right. It's going to take a couple of these lawsuits where courts come down and hold, whether it's these cities or municipalities responsible and liable for these issues, that eventually through the court system, the legislature is going to then implement rules and say, okay, the courts are going to hold our feet to the fire if we don't do this. We have to have reasonable safeguards. And at least that protects them from some of these claims for failure to train and failure to protect, their citizens.
I mean, think about the services you provide for your clients. In a million years, I know you well enough to know you would never lean on AI to provide a definitive argument for a case.
No.
You may use it as a tool to investigate. You may do that just to cut down on time, but you are never in a million years are going to allow that to form your argument for somebody's, for whatever the case may be, a divorce, freedom, an arrest, whatever the case is.
And yet we've seen in some cases where lawyers have leaned on AI to help them, come up with closing arguments, only to have the AI hallucinate.
Right.
And
make up case law.
Yeah, started quoting cases that don't even exist.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll tell you, on that experiment, I got approached by a company who wanted me to use their AI, who could basically do case law research. And so there was an issue that I know pretty well. I've had oral arguments in front of the appellate courts on the issue, so I know it pretty much inside and out, all the cases. And so I put that prompt into the AI and said, give me the cases that you think. And it missed some really simple foundational issues that I was surprised by. This is recent. This is one of the more up-to-date, large language models that they're using. And it's not perfect. And I think that it could do some really cool things in medical technology. But again, we're seeing these doctors having to independently verify their findings. They can't just say, oh, this looks like a mass. It's definitely cancer or definitely not cancer without doing some additional research.
And the nuance of the law is going to be certainly missed on a machine like that.
100%.
I mean, but the nuance of these arguments can be so crazy that there's no way possible that the AI could pick up on the human nature of those things that argue human cases.
You're right.
I mean, it's really silly to ask it to do that, because there are so many different aspects when you're arguing a case or talking about someone's case that will never, if it's not a 1 or a 0.
Right.
It's a half of one of those, or there's a lot of gray before it gets black.
Well, and actually that's what I was going to say, is what I've been saying to people is that AI is black and white.
Right.
And unfortunately that misses out on all the nuance of gray. And we know there's a lot of gray in the law.
Yeah, 100%, man.
And so, it's another interesting case about, how we're using technology. And I think you hit the nail on the head. There's going to be a couple of these cases where these cities are going to be paying out $2 million at a pop, and then they're going to realize pretty fast we got to implement some kind of safeguards.
How bound are you at your firm over there at TK Law to let your customers know that AI isn't you? I mean, is that something that you actually go out of your way? Do customers ask you that? Are you using AI to research or on my case? Does that ever come up?
I think our firm, and I'm not just saying this because I'm tooting my own horn, I think we're a little bit on the cutting edge of how to use AI and how not to use AI. I've been approached by some other doctors and lawyers who have similar concerns about using AI appropriately, and they've asked for our AI policy, our usage policy. But we send letters to clients on how they should and shouldn't use AI. It's very collaborative in the sense of they need to be letting me know what they want to put into AI, and we need to talk about it. But it's very restrictive on what gets input. It's very much a sanitized version of whatever the situation is.
Yeah.
But I know people, that just dump whole contracts or dump whole lawsuits inside the AI and say, tell me the answer.
Yeah.
And it doesn't come out the way they expect it to.
Do you have clients that ask you, to use it? Do you have clients
all the time?
Yeah, really?
Yeah. People say, hey,
or they say, hey, look, I typed my case into AI and it said this should happen. I mean, do you get that a lot?
Yes, that also happens. But I'll tell you an example. I had a case where I'm taking over post-trial to try to have some post-trial relief for my client. And it was a 3-day trial transcript, which is something like 990 something pages.
Damn.
With size 11 font. And so he's like, hey, I'm just going to dump this into AI and summarize all the issues for you. And I was like, please don't do that. And I've, cited back to our AI policy. And he's like, oh, well, I already did. And so I looked at it because it's already done. So I looked at what they came up with, and I looked at my notes. And it missed probably 3 or 4 issues that are probably some of the strongest issues in this case.
Very good teaching moment for somebody out there, right?
And I said, hey, listen, you spent a couple grand on me doing this, but I might now save you like $2 million.
Right, yeah.
So think about it from this perspective. you might win now. It's good thing you were able to hire me.
I could only imagine. I mean, you could see clients coming in and saying, hey, look, I need to get a divorce, blah, 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 blah. And look, I punched everything that's going on in my situation in the AI, all the money, all the assets and everything. And this is what it says I should be paying for alimony. This is what it says I should be paying for child support. This is what it says we should get individually. And I bet they think when they come in and throw that down that they're so ahead of the game and no idea that they are not even close to the game.
You know, maybe one day it gets better, but right now I think it's giving a lot of people bad information.
And false hope?
And false hope, or maybe a lot of extra stress that they don't need.
Right, exactly.
Because, again, it's black and white.
Yeah.
And what it's missing is the nuance of, like, actually, this particular judge really rules on this particular issue this way.
Right.
And they just... It doesn't know.
And AI would never pick up on that, on the history of how a judge rules, or if this person is more harder on domestic cases or something like that.
Right.
It would never know that.
Right.
Wow, incredible. Always good seeing you, buddy.
Good to see you.
That's Ray Trinley, onefirmforlife.com. That's TK Law. Offices in Longwood and DeLand. We'll do a few more minutes with Ray when we get back. Deb, got some news?
Yeah, we're going to talk about a skydiving plane that crashed in Missouri. Closer to home, a shocking update in the cruise ship killing. And a country star launches a coffee line. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
You got it. Let's take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news and get the hell out of here on a Monday.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Humidity and tropical downpours, the name of the game for our Monday evening. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Not a washout, but scattered showers and thunderstorms on the table for Orlando and points to the east because of that more dominant wind coming in from the west-southwest, helping to kind of pin that East Coast sea breeze near the East Coast beaches. That's where we'll have more numerous storms. They'll fade away, though, through the overnight as we dip back into the middle to upper 70s. Doing it all over again for our Tuesday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms for the afternoon and evening. Feels like temps back up into the low 100s as highs round out in the low 90s. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. At some point, body pain may creep in and become your reality that day. But Aleve is here to keep you moving. One pill gives you up to 12 hours of body pain relief. So don't let pain hold you back. Try Aleve today. Use as directed.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. This summer, we're turning up the heat on other dealers with all-in pricing online at greenwaykias.com. The price you see is the price you pay. No games, no surprise fees, just easy upfront pricing. Plus, get rates as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And a helpful finance team working to get you approved even if your credit isn't perfect. It's the Summer Sticker Sales Event. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia.
With approved credit, offer expires 7/5/26.
The biggest FIFA World Cup ever has started.
The most goals the United States have ever scored in a World Cup game.
The only place to hear the action for free is iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026
live. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Just search World Cup.
Don't miss Team USA's next match Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern against Australia.
The world is listening. Are you?
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250 micro to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
America is turning 250, and iHeartRadio is celebrating with $250,000 in cash. Weekdays through July 4th, listen for your chance to win $2,500 so you can take the ultimate American getaway with iHeartRadio.
This contest brought to you locally by HBN Bath. HBN Bath can transform your bathroom into a beautiful modern space in as little as 1 day. No mess, no hassle. Plus, get 0% financing for 18 months or up to $2,500 off your complete bathroom remodel project. Restrictions apply. Visit hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975.
Meet Sophia, a huge soccer fan. With her Real Unlimited from Total Wireless, she's streaming 3 games, video calling her cousin in Mexico,
and running the quiniela all on my new Samsung Galaxy.
She's practically running the whole tournament from her phone.
Good thing I have Total Wireless.
Switch to Total Wireless Total Max 5G or All Access plans to get on a network that won't put you second. Plus, a Samsung Galaxy on us. Total Wireless, your own Real Unlimited. Offer ends 7/8/2026 or while supplies last. Device taxes and fees may apply.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins for HBN USA. Is your bathroom outdated, unattractive, and even unsafe? Well, good news. HBN Bath can transform it into a beautiful, modern space that you're going to love in as little as 1 day. No long, messy remodels, just fast, professional results. Visit HBNUSA.com to schedule your free consultation. Plus, enjoy 0% financing, no payments for 18 months, or up to $2,500 off your project. Visit HBNUSA.com. Restrictions apply. License number CBC 1255975.
Municipal bonds don't get the media coverage the stock market does. But if you're looking for a potential source of tax-free income, now may be the time to consider municipal bonds from Henyon & Walsh. If you have at least $10,000 to invest, call and talk to a tax-free bond specialist at 800-761-9761. We'll send you our exclusive bond guide, free, with details about how bonds may be an important part of your portfolio. Henyon & Walsh has specialized in fixed income and growth solutions for over 35 years and offers high-quality municipal bonds that are tax-free and, according to Moody's research, have been historically low risk. Call today to request your free bond guide. 800-761-9761. That's 800-761-9761. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Income may be subject to state, local, or federal alternative minimum tax. Securities offered by Henning & Walsh, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit OneFirmForLife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead. Looking ahead on Real Radio tomorrow, Tuesday edition. Monsters will have another $2,500 keyword for you at 8 a.m. And then Detective Barb joins for Crime Line, trying to catch the bad guys on the monsters tomorrow. When it comes time for you to look ahead for what's happening with you and your family in the world of family law, trust Ray Trenley and the team at TK Law. You can connect with them online at OneFirmForLife.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1. Thanks again for tuning in. We appreciate that. We did give out the very first clue for the Search Your Ace Off contest 2026, brought to you by our good friends over at Tools Ace Hardware, an $1,800 package with a big green egg and all the fun stuff that goes with it. If you go to realradio.fm/ace, you can read the very first clue, and by the end of this week, everything will be out there, and you will be on your own there, young Nicolas Cages.
Oh, all right there.
What a great prize and what good people, too.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Unbelievable family, dude.
Yeah.
They're unbelievable. I mean, as Mayberry, I remember pitching ideas to the Tools family. They're like, I don't know, Jimmy. I don't know. And I'm like, it's going to go over well. It's like I was going to do a Dad Olympics thing where you get up there, you get like 4 or 5, like you have to cover a drywall hole, put together.
I like that.
Like where it's like, it's like handyman stuff, like hang a ceiling fan, and we'd have it set up where there'd be like teams and stuff. They're like, I don't know, man. Yeah. They just like doing their thing. They do one thing a year. It's like the Rib Fest, and then they have their store grand openings, and that's pretty much it. They're perfectly happy with that.
Surprising they don't want to just electrocute all their customers. Hang a ceiling fan, see what happens.
Yeah, all right, 77031. That's how you text us. Welcome back. I'm Jim, Deb, Jack, and Ray Trenley in. Ray, again, that's OneFirmForLife.com. That's TK Law, by the way, and offices in Longwood and DeLand. If you need any legal help with anything you got out there, you're going through a divorce, you need some advice there, you got a family issue, you want to set up your estate, which I strongly suggest, all of those things can happen at TK Law, and my mans can take good care of you.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, you damn sure helped us out for sure. Deb, you got some news?
Maybe.
Let's do it.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
All right, 12 people have died after a skydiving plane went down in Butler, Missouri. Bates County Northern Commissioner John Gray says yesterday's crash happened near Butler Memorial Airport.
All of the people in your community that you know that have jumped over the years, that have flown out of that airport, that have taught out of that airport, you just hope and pray that it's not someone you know.
The plane was carrying members of Skydive Kansas City, including 11 skydivers and one pilot. The National Transportation Safety Board and the Federal Aviation Administration are investigating.
Yeah, it's always so ironic to hear when because this is not the first time this has happened, that one of these planes goes down. It's a skydiving plane.
Yeah.
And it crashes, and you theoretically are sitting there with a parachute on.
Right, exactly.
Insane, man.
But
exactly.
it never got up.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. All right. The Central Florida teenager accused of killing his stepsister aboard a Carnival cruise ship last year has been taken into the custody of the U.S. Marshals and will be held behind bars ahead of his upcoming trial. The 16-year-old suspect, Timothy Hudson, was ordered to report to the federal courthouse in Tampa earlier this morning, where his family would deliver him to the U.S. Marshals' custody. Hudson was indicted as an adult by a federal grand jury on charges of murder and aggravated sexual abuse in the November 2025 killing of his stepsister, Anna Kepner. He has pleaded not guilty.
Yeah.
Her family has put out a statement saying, thank you.
Yeah. It's not a good sign when you say what you just said about the U.S. Marshals.
Right.
And I peep my attorney, and he's making the yikes face.
Yeah.
That's a good way to describe that.
Yikes face is not good.
Yeah, it came in a conditional order.
It's not uncommon that when they have conditions of release and something like that, that they'll give somebody additional time to get their affairs in order, spend time with their family, as long as they voluntarily check in or something like that.
Yeah, he had some very, very strict, like ankle monitor, GPS monitoring, all kinds of things. I'm assuming
the attorney asked for time with the family or something like that so they can say goodbye.
I find it odd, though. I'll tell you where I find that odd is I find it odd that they give the person an opportunity to do something to themselves before they're adjudicated guilty for doing something to somebody else. That's what I find very odd.
I find it odd that he's been out considering the charges that he's facing.
But that's exactly it. I mean, this guy could go and do something to himself to avoid the penalty of that.
Right.
And that wouldn't happen in incarceration. Chances would be way less.
Yeah.
All right. And then finally, Dolly Parton is taking a break from her usual 9 to 5 to get into the coffee business. The singer and actress is launching Cup of Ambition, named after a line from the theme song to the movie 9 to 5. Guys haven't seen it. It's a good rewatch.
It's really good.
It's a great movie.
One of Dabney Coleman's showpieces.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a great movie.
It's great, in which she also starred. I believe that was her first movie ever, and you never would have known it.
Yeah.
But if you want a cup, you're probably going to have to take a ride, and maybe a lengthy one. The light, medium, and dark roasts are going to be rolled out to coincide with the grand opening of Parton's Tennessee Travel Shop south of Nashville later this month, actually on June 24th.
I'll be damned. I think Dolly Parton could sell cups of old toes and people would buy it.
Of course.
And they would line up from here to Tennessee to buy it.
And you heard it here first on The Jim Colbert Show.
Perfect, Deb. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank the friendly attorney, Ray Trendley from TK Law. Yay! OneFirmForLife.com.
That's a monster. Look at him.
Also want to thank Brandon Kravitz from 96.9 The Game. Just in case you missed Brandon talking sports, his podcast has already been posted to The Jim Colbert Show. Earlier, I had made some thank yous for our Yachtly cruise, and I forgot to leave out the lovely Naomi Bradshaw,
Oh, yeah, no
who
joke.
sang for us on that night.
It looked amazing, by the way.
Yeah, she did. She
That
really,
looked
really
a lot
did.
of fun.
Bro, you married.
She's a keeper.
Listen, you married. There are not enough floors in the building to tell how much you married up. There no elevator goes to where that is.
I had a lady come by and tell me that.
Really?
Yeah, Naomi was saying, I was like next to the stage, she tapped me on the shoulder, she goes, you're a lucky man.
Yeah. It does not go that high.
And then last but never least, Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Bulware for running our YouTube chat.
Yes, thanks, guys. As always, we appreciate your hard work. Jack, question of the day?
Yeah, in our YouTube chat, we posed the question today, did you watch the UFC fight at the White House?
I'll just based on how many people have Paramount Plus and other people who just wouldn't watch it out of spite, I would say probably 22% did.
15.
No, yeah, even worse. Yeah. Yeah, very good.
15%?
Yeah, only 15% watched it.
Oh, only 15% watched it. I thought it was didn't watch it.
No. Only 15% watched it, correct?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That
Well,
is correct.
I mean, a lot of people don't have the Paramount Plus thing. And then,
Right.
like I said, and then whittle that number down to people who just wouldn't watch it because they don't like the president or the administration or whatever.
Or UFC.
Yeah. Or UFC for that matter. You're right.
I guess
'Cause
that's fair.
My wife watched it like a horror film because the last fight, I'm serious. At the end of the round one, you wondered if chunks were just going to come flying off this guy's face.
Ugh.
He just got the hell beat out of him, man. It was crazy. All right, coming up tomorrow, what'd you do that's new? Emily, the movie girl, in for a special occasion. Of course, It's Only Money as well with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. Plus, we'll have another clue for you in the Search Your Ace Off contest, courtesy of our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. On behalf of Deb and Jack and Ray, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters of the Morning after us. It's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Monday evening.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yep, you got it, Toyota.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show, The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Accident on 408 eastbound. Currently, the off-ramp to 417 right lane is partially blocked. Another crash blocking the right lane, John Young Parkway southbound.